Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Port Arthur, Texas. Tonight, the Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience brings you a cross-district matchup between the Beaumont Central Jaguars and the Port Arthur Memorial Titans. For Sheffield Productions, I'm Charlie Jellin, alongside the sports editor of the Port Arthur News, Bob West. And I tell you what, anytime these two teams get together, it's a great game. But last year, David actually slew Goliath.
Yeah, and that may work against them tonight, because I think if there was any chance Memorial, coming off a 56-0 win, looks past Central, which got beat by Westbrook, that was erased by those memories from last year. Memorial got something to prove. They've always had a lot more trouble with Central than they had with Ozan. And Memorial, a very good football team. Central's run defense is suspect. That might be a bad mix for Central.
When you take a look at what Port Arthur Memorial's bringing to the table tonight, they have two of the better running backs in the entire state.
Dauphine and Cameron Martin, but one of them headed to Texas Tech, one of them headed to Baylor. We got a lot of talent here tonight. Michael Jacquette, the Central quarterback, headed to Utah. A Central defensive back, P.J. Locke, going to Oregon. I mean, we got some big-time players in this game tonight, Charlie.
Kind of like a college preview game as far as it goes.
Yeah. And it will be a good one, and I think it's going to come down to whether Central's defense can handle the Memorial running game. Memorial ran all over the field last week. They're breaking in a young quarterback, and they want to lean heavily on their running game. Now, Jacquette, very explosive player, had a hand in 5 touchdowns against Westbrook last week. So it'll be fun to see what the Titans defense can do with him.
And you'd mentioned that beginning quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, the son of head coach Kenny Harrison. Caden Harrison's playing in his second game.
So looking forward to seeing Caden. Always interesting when a coach's son is playing quarterback. Almost always they're very good. They've grown up around it. They understand the game. Everything I've heard about Caden Harrison for the last 3 years has been terrific. I cannot wait to see him play.
Tonight you're going to see the entire game in its entirety on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur, or another university? Let's see. Lamar Port Arthur courses transfer anywhere in Texas or the country for that matter. Coursework is the same as anywhere else, and great savings each semester. And it's close to my home and my job. So why am I still thinking about this? I choose Lamar State College, Port Arthur.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur. Change your future. Start here today.
Hi.
Hey, I heard y'all were making flipping loans?
That's right. 5 Points Awesome Loans have everybody flipping out.
I'm ready for my loan now. Watch this.
Wow. I haven't even told you we'll pay off 1% of your loan balance.
Get a new loan or flip an existing loan to 5 Point, and we'll pay off 1% of your new loan balance. 5 Point Credit Union. Money for loans right here at home.
Woohoo! I'm so flippin' happy. Watch this.
No, not necessary. Yeah.
Have you been thinking about diversifying with gold but don't know how? Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, president of Universal Coin and Bullion. As an award-winning nationwide dealer, we help clients get the answers they need to discover the beauty, security, and strength of gold in their portfolio.
Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. That's 866-822-4843.
I discovered Lamar University.
Close to home.
A place of my own.
With all the amenities.
Opportunities.
Engineering.
World-class science.
Professors who know my name.
That's what you get with a doctoral research university.
Hands-on research. Or study abroad.
And it starts right here. Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
Heart attacks affect men and women equally, and when they strike, denial can be a killer. If you're experiencing pressure, tightness, or an aching sensation in your chest or arms, then you may be having a heart attack. If so, time is of the essence. Do not attempt to drive yourself to the hospital. Call 911 for a professional EMS. They'll get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your accredited chest pain center.
I'm registered for college.
Me too, and for the same classes, and I'm saving $2,000 a semester at Lamar Port Arthur. Then I graduate and transfer if I want.
Really? You can do that?
You bet. What are you paying for your education?
Quality instruction, great savings, and courses transfer. It's the Texas Common Course Law. Don't wait any longer to begin your education while saving.
I chose Lamar State College, Port Arthur.
Cars are as unique as the people who purchase them. And when picking one, every detail counts, right down to the stitching on the seats. So why should picking a car loan be any different? Whether it's a low rate or a low payment you're looking for, at Do Good we customize loans to fit your needs. And we'll make sure your lending experience is everything you want it to be. Easy, convenient, and hassle-free. At Do Good, you'll love your car loan as much as you love your car.
Great hunt today, Dad.
Thanks, son. For more than 15 years, I've helped clients nationwide make solid decisions about investing in gold so they can enjoy what's most important.
Discover the best options for you and your family by calling 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. 866-UCB-GUIDE, 866-822-4843.
Now is the time to learn about gold, so you have time to enjoy what's most important.
I discovered Lamar University.
I looked at all types of schools.
Big ones, small ones, Ivy League and private.
Then I found Lamar.
Bistro-style dining.
Private bedrooms.
Close to home. 15 NCAA Division I sports. World-class professors.
Who actually know my name.
Undergraduate, master's,
and doctoral degrees.
Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
When you think you may be having a stroke, remember to act fast. If you experience facial droop, if your arms are weak and your speech is off, then time is of the essence. A lack of blood flow to the brain can cause loss of functions that may never be recovered. Don't let it get that far. Call 911 immediately. A professional EMS will get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your certified primary stroke center.
You know, diversification is important and means more than owning different stocks. Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, president of Universal Coin and Bullion. I've been helping clients nationwide for 15 years diversify with gold. And I want to send you a free copy of our award-winning gold guide to help you choose the best gold options for you.
Get the answers you need about gold. Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE. That's 866-822-4843.
Last week, the Jaguars lost a heartbreaker to Westbrook, 34-40. I mean, they like playing 6A teams. That really gets them up for their tough 5A district. And, 34-40. But Jackett really put on a show last week with his rushing and with his arm.
Yeah, he had about half a season, Charlie. He threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for 2, had about 300 yards in total offense. And, hey, people are aware of his talent because he's already committed to Utah. Heck, we got a lot of college guys in this game tonight that will be playing at Division I colleges next year, and we'll talk about that as the game goes on. This should be a good one, though. A lot of folks in this area think Beaumont Central is the team to beat in District 22 5A. And of course, Memorial is not the team to beat in 21 6A, only because they're in the district with North Shore. But Memorial is very good. And there's high hopes that they can make another deep playoff run this year.
And I noticed you hesitated a little bit before you said 6A. We're still getting used to those extra A's around here. Last year, Port Arthur Memorial made it to the Division II area playoff, losing in that game 8-4 for the entire season. This year, though, started off game 1, beating Beaumont Ozan 56-0. It was all Memorial. They did everything, including a fumble recovery by that real good defensive back, C.J. Levine. 6 interceptions last year, and he scores in his first game on a defensive pick.
And C.J. Levine, one of those guys who will be playing college football next year. He's committed to UT San Antonio. We'll see if that holds, because I think as the season goes, he's going to have a lot of other people talking to him. Great athlete, ball hawk on the field. Just one of many special players in this game.
One thing I'm impressed about Memorial is their offensive line strength. I've always said it always begins with the O-line, and they've got 3 great ones, Vernon Samuels, Jeremiah Washington, and Casey Williams, all returning all district offensive linemen. So it's nice to have 3 of the 5 right there that are quality athletes that a sophomore quarterback can work behind.
And that's what I was going to say, Charlie. It's good anytime you have that kind of experience in your offensive line. But when you have a sophomore quarterback and your game is geared to running the ball, as Memorial's is right now, they've got two D1 commit guys in their backfield. They want to run the ball on you, and based on the way Westbrook ran it on Central last week, there's nothing that would discourage them. And I think we're going to be interesting to see what Central tries to do to stop this running game. Memorial had 7 rushing touchdowns last week against Ozan.
Dauphine, number 21, last week had 105 yards total against Ozan. Cam Martin, number 6, he ended up, I believe, with 67 yards. And, of course, they didn't play much late in the game with it being a blowout. The second line came in. Newcock scored a couple of touchdowns on his own. So even when you go to the others, underclassmen, a lot of quality there.
Yeah, and I think it's the way that if you're going to start a sophomore quarterback, and there's always some pitfalls in that, you surround him with an experienced offensive line and 2 Division I college running backs, and you take a lot of pressure off of him. You don't put him in those tough 3rd and long situations. You know, he's just kind of quote unquote that game manager right now. Although, and I'm going to say, Caden Harrison, he's a sophomore, and he's the son of the coach, is going to be one of the real big-time players to ever come out of Southeast Texas. Very talented young man, but they have the luxury of bringing him along slow, not overloading him, and I think that will work well for him and for Memorial.
If it works out, he will be a starter for 3 years at quarterback, and there's a big pedigree there, wasn't it? Terrence Singleton started 2 years for Memorial, and when you get some senior leadership at your quarterback and you have a good O-line with them, look how far Singleton took Memorial several years ago.
So it looks like Memorial is going to get the ball first here tonight, so it won't take long before we find out what Central's going to do to handle this running game.
I think Central may have won the toss and deferred. You see that a lot, especially with Toby Foreman's defense. His mind, he wants to see if he can get the keys going here, try and stop that multi-talented offense that Memorial has. Ready to kick off here for Central is number 19, Juan Perez, the junior. It's down low, it bounces, goes over the Titans, taken there by C.J. Levine, and number 1 breaks it across the 20-yard line to the 23, tackled there by the Jaguars, number 34, Jameson Barker. 1st and 10 for Memorial, starting at their own 23-yard line.
Pretty good tackle there, kind of in the open field by Barker. That was a potential long run there. He shut him down pretty good.
Everybody's in the backfield. High snap. Caden Harrison breaks it down, hands it off to his tailback, who gains 2 yards and is met by the linebacking core of the Jaguars.
Jaguars were in position and able to stop that one pretty well. That looked like a team that got run over. Westbrook had a guy run. Marcus Smith ran for 205 yards on Central last week.
2 receivers now to the left-hand side, Dauphine to the right. Hand off to the tailback, and that is Cam Martin. Number 6 pushes across the 30-yard line. Looks like he gets close to the 31. 2 yards to go for a first down.
Receivers now to the left-hand side, Dauphine to the right.
Him get hit, well, maybe not. He got hit about 2 or 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, spun off, surged up, and got him into a short, looks like 3rd and a long one even.
Going to the pistol, 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Now Dauphine goes over to a halfback position next to Harrison. Quick hitch screen out to the right, got the first down. Cross to the 35-yard line, so Memorial gets the initial first down of the game.
Interesting to see Kenny Harrison call a passing play on 3rd and 1 with the two backs he's got, the offensive line we've talked about. The almost sure thing you'd think, we've got a player injured here, the almost sure thing would be to hand it off. Pretty safe pass here, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a very high percentage pass. Plus, he's got 2 blockers out there, and it took a while for the pursuit to get over there. There's a Jaguar injured on the play.
But anytime you put the ball up, Charlie, the pass was right on target, but how many good, well-thrown passes have you seen that a receiver looks ahead to see where the defense is or whatever and drops the ball? Worked out for Memorial. Surely makes Harrison feel good to get that first completion.
Yeah, Trevon McLean, the senior wide receiver, was the one who caught that ball, and he's escorted number 4, P.J. Locke. And that could be a harmful thing for the Jaguars as they escort him to the sideline.
P.J. Locke, P.J. Locke is committed to Oregon. That tells you what kind of an athlete he is. So Central will hope to get him back in the game quickly. You can't lose a player like that.
2 wide receivers, but a full house backfield. Hand off to the left halfback, and he bounces it outside. That's number 6, Cam Martin. Flag thrown as there's a hit out of bounds on Martin. He's pushed out at the 42-yard line after a 6-yard gain, but it looks like there may be a penalty added on to that.
We're going to see it again here.
Just a straight power play to the left-hand side, and watch Martin.
Sure looked like a block in the back there in front of us.
Yes, it did, and here's the hit out of bounds, and that's what the referee is calling, the 15-yard penalty. Puts the ball in Jaguar territory at the 43.
Be hearing a lot about Cameron Martin, not only this year but next year. He's only a junior, been the subject of intense national recruiting, and has committed to Baylor.
Dauphin with the stretch play, hits his blocker, and he's going to get strung out by the Jaguars. Ends up getting about a yard, but you can see that Central pursuit all over the place.
Jaguars really running to the football right now, Charlie, which makes me wonder how long it will be before Kenny Harrison goes play action, because they're flying to the football right now.
And I know it's tough for the guys down in the truck. They want to show us the replays, but it's just like last week with P&G and Clear Lake. The offenses go so fast that it's kind of hard to run in the replays. 2nd down and a long 9 to go. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Dauphin set up at halfback that way. And there's that little slip screen pass going to McLean. Number 9 gets the first down. Tackled at the 30-yard line by the Jaguars, but it'll be a first down catch of 12 yards.
Good play. Central, you'll see Central blitzing from the top of the screen here. Play is called the other way. Perfect play call. And again.
Now there's a flag, though.
Yeah,
they did catch it that time.
That's just twice this blatant blocking in the back plays.
So that'll take back the first down, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, bounces them back. And again, we have an injured Jaguar down at the 30-yard line, and that is Dadron Hopkins, the junior. Hopkins, they're checking his left leg right now, right leg, I'm sorry. We're still in the first quarter here at Memorial Stadium. You're watching Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, the week 2 of the 2014 football season. Port Arthur Memorial Titans hosting the Beaumont Central Medical Magnet High School Jaguars. Got to throw in Medical Magnet every once in a while.
Yeah, we can't work that into newspaper headlines, Charlie. We run out of space on that.
Yeah, the points are lost. It's they may be getting a workout right here with the Medical Magnet with all of the injuries that they have going on. There were several keys I know that Memorial was looking at doing here, and one of them, of course, was to overlook last year and the mistakes that cost them that game, the 24-23 loss in Beaumont, and to focus on the sound fundamentals. In the very first game that they played against Ozan, they were able to minimize all of their penalties. They kept them down quite a bit, only had 5 penalties for 60 yards during the course of that first game. They only had 1 punt. And really, Harrison didn't have to throw that much, only 8 of 16, 1 interception, 67 yards passing as the Titans came up with 24 first downs. A big rushing game, though, and that's what they brought to beat Ozan last week, and they're showing it here against Central. Harrison looking for the screen pass. It is caught by number 6, Cam Martin.
Yeah, that was well defended, though. Number 20 there, you see he didn't make the tackle, but he really disrupted the play for Central. Dante Donald. Now watch, Central does a good job. They sniff it out here. Now watch Donald right there. Doesn't get the tackle, but forces Cameron to go sideways, and then the pursuit catches up with him. Well defended for Central.
3rd down, 20 to go now. And they give it to Dauphin, number 21. Follows his blocks forward for about 5 yards, but it'll bring up 4th down, and the Titans will be in a punting formation from the Jaguar 48.
And, rather than risk having Caden throw the ball maybe into coverage on 3rd and long, they choose to run it. Central got it defended. Got to think that's a moral victory for Central after giving up 40 points last week to come out and get a stop on the game's opening position. Now they're going to get the ball for their explosive quarterback, Michael Jaquette.
Oscar Villarreal set to punt for the Titans. He's standing at his own 37-yard line. 1 player deep for the Jaguars. Messed up the hold there, and it's off the top of his foot. Ball hits at the 28 and bounces back toward the Titans, so they touch it right there. And so the first possession of the game ends at a punt, and Central takes over at their own 28.
And they Memorial was moving the ball, and of course the big penalty set them back, the block in the back penalty, which was obviously the right call. It needed to be called.
Needed to be called on the play before.
It should have been called before, yes, you're right.
Sometimes, you know, those HD cameras that Sheffield Productions brings here gets those penalties, and the refs don't always see them, but you're sitting there in your recliner, and there it is. It's right in front of you.
Okay, this Memorial defense only gave up 67 total yards last week, so let's see what they can do against a guy who put that up in the blink of an eye last week.
Handoff goes to Xavier Jones. The senior breaks outside. Gets the first down, a total of 14 yards on the play. Slung down out of bounds there. Central wanted a flag, but the referee said he was grabbing him when he went out of bounds. Watch this move, though.
They were able to get the corner. And, Jones turns it up. 14 big yards on 1st down.
Number 7 is the senior quarterback, Michael Jaquette, 6'2", 177 pounds. Jaquette already committed to Utah. Wonder if he knows what the temperatures are up there right now. Football in Utah is a lot different from Southeast Texas.
No question about that.
Hand off again to Jones. They tried the same play.
Right, pretty much the same play. If it works, see if it'll work again.
2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 45-yard line.
And Memorial does a much better job of defending at this time. The play is nice move there from Henderson coming up.
2 receivers to each side. Jaquette keeps Jones in the backfield. Now Toby Foreman's calling in an audible from the side. Head coach Toby Foreman in his 2nd year. Oh, just off the hands of his receiver. Had a quick out pattern going over there to Brandon Wise, just off of his fingers.
Yep, looked like a catchable ball with a lot of steam on it. Yeah, you got to catch that ball.
3rd down and 8, and that would have been a nice setup to a 3rd down and short. Would have left him about a yard or so short of the 1st down.
Well, I think we'll see Jaquette run or pass here, and he can do both and do both very well. Puts an awful lot of pressure on the defense. Memorial going to rush 3.
Jaquette looks deep. Plants. Caught for a 1st down at the 40-yard line of the Titans.
Boy, had a lot of zip on the ball again, like Carnell Seals, the receiver here.
Seals had a good game last week. 106 yards on 5 receptions. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Pretty decent coverage there from Kerry Vincent, but didn't get there quite soon enough.
A nice fast throw there by Jackett just as Seals broke free. He had the ball right there. 3 receivers to the left-hand side now. Jones stays at right halfback.
Got to be a penalty here. Got to be an illegal procedure there, I would think.
We're in the first quarter here at Port Arthur Memorial. They're hosting Beaumont Central. A penalty here against the Beaumont Central Jaguars will take them back to the 45-yard line of Memorial. Scoreless so far. Port Arthur Memorial punted on their first offensive series, and the Jaguars have ridden the feet of Xavier Jones and the arm of Michael Jackett to take it into Titan territory.
And it's pretty obvious early on what Utah saw in Michael Jackett and why they jumped in and wrapped him up early. He has really got some zip on the ball. He's mobile. He's tough to get to.
Ooh, knocked up in the air. So tipped down there, and Jackett goes ahead and downs the ball. You could hear the crowd oohing. They thought maybe someone was going to get an interception there. Jackett had a receiver open for about a 5-yard gain, but knocked up by one of the defensive linemen for the Titans.
Well, that's about as good a way to defend an outstanding quarterback as you can get. Just knock the ball down before it gets past the line of scrimmage.
I think J.J. Watt may have taken notes on that.
I think he wrote the book on it.
Yes, indeed.
And,
made a lot of money off that book,
yes,
by the way.
Yes, he has.
3 receivers to the left-hand side. 2nd down and 15 for the Jaguars. They hand it off to Xavier Jones. Gets 3 yards on the play.
Nothing doing there. Nice stop by Jacorian Barnes.
Again, the Titans are pretty much just telling Jackett, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it with your arm. 3rd down and 12 yards to go for the Jaguars.
Well, let's see how the Titans choose to play it now. They've been rushing 3 in passing situations. Let's see if they try to get a little more heat on this time.
Delvin Bennett comes in, number 10 there. Wide receiver. He's a junior. He's already getting interest from Memphis, if I recall right. Jackett under pressure, and he's going to be sacked back at the 50-yard line, slung out of bounds by Brandon Lumpkin, a senior linebacker for the Titans.
And that's what you call a coverage sack. There was just no place for Jackett to go. He finally rolled out. Looked like he was maybe going to tuck it and run it, but the defender had other ideas. Brandon Lumpkin slung him down for a loss. We're going to have another punt.
Brandon Wise is the senior punter, setting up for the Titans. Deep to receive at their own 8-yard line is Caden Harrison. Is that number 8 down there, the quarterback?
Another look at
good ground level shot there.
No, I think it's number 9.
Number 9, okay. Trayvon McLean, there's a low kick. Caught in the air, slid down. C.J. Levine brings it in. So after an exchange of punts, second possession for the Titans, they'll start off at their own 19-yard line.
Well, we thought we'd see probably an offensive show tonight. Hadn't happened yet, but of course it's early. Each team had a couple of first downs before they had to punt.
Penalties really affecting the offense right now. Harrison with Dauphine to his left. 3 receivers to the right-hand side, and Harrison's looking deep. Brings it back as the guy was covered. Catch over there by Keenan Washington, the senior wide receiver. Makes a great turn as he caught the ball and then stepped away from a tackler and gets the first down to the 35.
Look at the zip on this ball. Caden Harrison, I mean, that's a rope across the field. That's a big-time throw there. This quarterback, will remind everybody, is a sophomore. He wears number 8, the same number his dad wore.
A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield there. Dauphine ends up with the ball, but he ends up losing 5 yards.
Delvin Bennett on the tackle for Central. Talking about Caden Harrison, and we're going to see again the Memorial just really out of sync. Nobody got the defensive end block. That blew the play up, and it got worse from there. But we'll get into Caden Harrison again in a minute.
2nd down, 14 to go. Cross pattern, and Harrison pulls it out. He's looking deep. Just over the hands or over the arms of Trevon McLean.
That was a kind of an ill-advised throw there because Delvin Bennett really was right in the path of the receiver, and Caden Harrison might have gotten away with one there.
He's trying to make something happen as he rolled out. A little bit of pressure from the Jaguars flushed him out. They had the crossing action there in the backfield to try and freeze the linebackers, but like you say, they were expecting a pass and dropping back.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Usually nothing, not a lot really good happens on 3rd and 15, but it does happen periodically, occasionally.
Jaguars send a lot of people, and there's a big hole if he can get through there. Gets out to the 37-yard line.
And that's Cam Martin. And again, on 3rd and long, Memorial chooses to run the ball rather than take a chance with the young quarterback forcing it.
You can see the Jaguars had a lot of people going to their left, and Kmart's trying to get back to the right-hand side. Didn't quite get it, so the next possession, 2nd possession of Memorial, is also going to end up in a punt.
And we got one team that scored 56 last week and the other one that gave up 40. And the one that gave up 40 is their defense is doing better than the offense of the one that scored 56.
Good snap this time. Better looking punt, but it bounces back toward the Titans. It's going to get downed at the 47-yard line. So Central will be glad to take that. They've got a 1st and 10 right there, just barely in their own territory. 2:25 left in the 1st quarter of a scoreless game.
Good starting position for Michael Jaquette to go back out for the 2nd time tonight.
Jaquette had a very good game last week. It just fell just a little bit short against Beaumont Westbrook. 34-40, 1 touchdown short.
I'd say he ran 12 and 57 yards for touchdowns and threw 12, 17, and 36-yard TDs. That's a pretty good night's work.
Hands off to Jones. Jones does a little bit of a counter. Flag on the play.
Is that a face mask?
It very easily could be. Let's see what the referee's calling.
Almost got to think, looked like Devon Mitchell got him high, and very strong possibility it was a face mask.
Face mask is called. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Titans, taking the Jaguars into Titan territory at the 39-yard line. Again, penalties really affecting the offense.
No doubt about that one.
And that, that was a hustle play. That's what they're trying to do there. 1st down and 10 for the Jaguars. Clock is running at 2:05 left in the 1st quarter. 2 receivers to each side. Jaquette and Jones in the backfield. Jaquette hands off to Jones. He tries to stretch it around to the right-hand side again, and every time he bounces, there's a linebacker, and about 7 of them end up on top of him. No gain.
Brandon Lumpkin gets in early and totally disrupts the play. You're going to see number 10, Lumpkin, come up right here, force the back outside, then grab him. Didn't finish off the tackle, but spun him around and set him up for Devon Mitchell, and then a whole mob of Titans that come up and throw down the ball carrier.
Jones goes over to the sideline. In at running back now is Deval Whaley, a junior. Whaley had a real good year last year, 557 yards, 5 touchdowns. Jaquette looks to his left and he pulls it down, runs to his right. Steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Good pursuit. couldn't really tell. Maybe we'll get a better look at who it is that forces him out of bounds. It looked like he had something working quick to the left, didn't get it. Up comes number 28, I believe that is Jacorian Barnes, to bump him out of bounds, leave him in a third.
Third down and 8 yards to go from the 37-yard line of the Titans. Stepped out of bounds with 56 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Whaley still at right halfback for Jackett. Jackett's looking deep. Throws it over the middle. Oh, that could have been easily intercepted by the Titans.
About 4 red shirts around there and 1 white shirt. That would have been a very difficult completion for Michael Jackett. Memorial holds again. Now let's look and see if we can see what he saw.
Pass in the direction of Whaley, or excuse me, Brandon Wise, number 6, and looked like just a double post. He was throwing at the second one down there, but the receiver kind of slowed his route up. So it's going to be 4th down, and Jaguars are in punt formation again. Wise ready to kick. Titans have 1 back. Very low snap. Wise gets it off. Nice kick, hits at about the 10-yard line, and it's going to die at about the 7.
So Memorial once again working in deep minus field position. They really, they did cross midfield on their first possession, but they've had to work with a lot worse field position than Central.
From the 8-yard line, you can see the Titans punter Villarreal working on that snap. They had a little bit of a fumble on their first punt as well. Special teams may be the difference in this game. Caden Harrison has the Titans in a full house backfield. Single wide receivers out either way. Gives it off to the tailback. That's Martin. No gain on the play.
Hey, there's just nothing up there. Central, Dante Donald up to make the tackle. Central does not look like a team that gave up 40 points last week. And it was a 6A team, Beaumont Westbrook. But Westbrook kind of picked in the middle of the pack in the district Memorial's in. And I think it was kind of shocking. They're playing with a first-year quarterback. They lost a great running back, not the quarterback.
And there's a breakthrough. Kay Martin gets out to the 19-yard line, gets the first down. They went to just a straight shotgun, gave it off to Martin at right halfback, and he hit that hole very quickly. Yep. That's the difference right there. And a quick huddle, and they're right back up. Same play to the other side. This one goes to Dauphine, and he breaks the corner. Gets outside containment, gets the first down across the 30. They may have found something here.
And this is what they did so well last week. These 2 running backs just pounding away. Corey Dauphine turning it upfield. And Corey Dauphine, for those who follow track, know this guy won the state 200 meters last spring.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter, 0-0 with the Memorial Titans driving. They've got a 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. We'd like to acknowledge the sponsors of the Friday Night Experience, Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience. First off, that's the one I need to say is Port Arthur News. Bob nods, yes, yep. You do.
Yep.
But these sponsors have been with Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience, and F&E we're in their 20th anniversary. 20 years of bringing the best of Southeast Texas football to everyone who wants to watch. And it's because of great sponsors like Lamar State College of Port Arthur, the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, Motiva Enterprises, 5 Point Credit Union, Market Basket, Lamar University in Beaumont, Mike Fulgens at Universal Coin and Bullion, Robert Giblin, DuPont Goodrich Federal Credit Union, the Museum of the Gulf Coast, Ritter Lumber, Pizza Inn and Donnie Broussard, Bubba's Air Conditioning, Kieschnick Industries, Holy Cross Lutheran Church, and the IBEW Local 479. We salute all of our sponsors. We thank you for making this possible. It's so much fun to meet here on a Friday and watch high school football. Bring it through the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Kmart trying to get around the left-hand side. He breaks through 2 tackles. And
wow.
we've got two players that go into
good.
the benches over there.
There's going to be a flag come in late.
And we've also got a flag back at the 30-yard line.
He's kind of wobbly coming up out of there. You got to be concerned about that, man. That's
they bent the bench over there. It's wow. Trevon McLean, a little slow getting up back at the 30-yard line, so we've got one flag there, and then there's another flag that was thrown out of bounds as one Jaguar and K. Martin went into the benches, and that's a full 7 yards off the field of play. Referees are talking it over. It's one of those situations where the penalty is one thing, the potential injury to a player is something else.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
what
so
you're
susceptible
concerned
to concussions right now.
Well, I think he was took a blow. It looked to me like he took the blow on the bench right in his midsection.
Let's see what the referee says.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Going back to the previous spot, 10 yards.
What the referee's explaining is we've got one live ball and one dead ball foul. The offensive holding is a live ball foul, so that penalty is accepted by the defense. That takes them back 10 yards. And then, and you can see here on the replay, watch the hit here out of bounds.
Right there, really late.
Yeah. And that's the dead ball foul. So you go back 10, then you go forward 15, and then you reset the first down marker. So we end up with a net gain by the Titans out to their 36-yard line.
And Cameron Martin probably didn't feel like that was all worth 5 yards, which he doesn't get any credit for. He lost all his yards.
That's right. It was wiped out by a penalty.
Right.
Marcus Younger and Corey Dauphine now in the halfback position on either side of Caden Harrison. Harrison hands off to Dauphine, comes around the right-hand side. Gain of 2. And the two teams are really getting feisty now. Both defenses realize there's a lot of speed on the other side, and they have to angle up to get there.
So we'll see about Cameron Martin, the Baylor commit, injured on a late hit out of bounds, not in the game right now. Memorial 2nd and 8.
Hand off this time to Marcus Younger. Number 20 is caught in the backfield by the Jaguars. No gain on the play. 0-0 here early in the second quarter. The Memorial Titans were back at their own 7-yard line after a great Jaguar punt. They took it out with several slashing runs, and we had an exchange of penalties just a moment ago. Third down now. 7 yards to go for the Titans. Two receivers to the right-hand side. Harrison has got halfbacks on either side of him. He hands off to Dauphine. Dauphine drags forward there, and there's a flag thrown in. That'll be a face mask, so they will get a first down after Dauphine gains 5 yards on the play.
A lot of flags flying tonight, Charlie, on both sides. I have to get my man Gary Dickert over here to give me an update on all the penalties. That's 2 face masks, an out-of-bounds personal foul, some blocking in the back. Wow, been a lot of penalties.
10-13 left in the first half, and the Titans now with some momentum moving into Jaguar territory. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And there you see the face mask.
Hand off again to Dauphine. Basically the same play. He piles it forward following that big offensive line for a 4-yard gain.
Glad to see Cameron Martin back in the game, Charlie. He took that nasty fall over there into the bench when he was hit late out of bounds, but back on the field.
Timeout is being called by, I believe, Memorial at this point. One of the linemen, big number 64, had to come off of the field and have his helmet taken care of. That's senior Casey Williams, one of those all-district linemen who returned for Memorial this year. So far, it's been a very exciting game. Not quite what we expected, though, in that we expected more of an offensive shootout, in particular with the Titans.
Yeah, when you score 56, and again, Ozan, a rebuilding team, certainly not a team on the level of Central, but, you know, Memorial just has a lot of offensive talent, and they're going to move the ball, and they've started to move it on this drive. But so far, Central done a really good job.
Yeah, they're almost forcing Harrison to throw, and you could count the number of guys stepping there into the box. You know, when it's 7, if it gets to be 8, I'm sure Kenny Harrison, the head coach of Port Arthur, is going to recognize that and signal in some type of audible to throw the ball.
Well, and I think what we're going to see, Charlie, is some play action. You got that many people up around the line of scrimmage and intent on stopping the running game. You hold up, make them think it's a run, pull it out, throw it downfield. You might get something big.
High snap. This one given to Marcus Younger. Younger's looking for the end zone. He gets down to the 18-yard line. A fine run by the junior running back.
Just an example of the depth. He is a backup running back, but he had 8 carries for 55 and a TD last week. Now Memorial really opened this up for him. Nice block there for number 6, Cameron Martin. Younger going straight ahead. Big gain, and the Titans have the first serious threat of the night.
Cameron Martin back in at right halfback, and he gets the ball, bounces outside, trying to get around the linebackers, cuts back, gets a couple of yards there, and well, there wasn't much room between those linebackers, but Kmart made something.
Yep, and give credit to Central defensively, number 24, number 10 for the Jaguars. That's Kendrick Harvey and Delvin Bennett playing that well.
We have another injured player, this one a Titan down at the 15-yard line. And several injuries so far on this artificial field. Memorial Stadium, built many, many years ago here in Port Arthur, right next to the former Thomas Jefferson High School, now Thomas Jefferson Middle School, as Port Arthur built a big, beautiful high school on the north end of town.
But this field and this stadium is not quite the same stadium that TJ used to play in. So now it's well, they upgraded here about 4 or 5 years ago with a turf field, remodeled the press box. Nice stadium, great press box. And of course, that doesn't mean anything to anybody but guys like us.
That's right.
That
yes.
means a lot to us. And there's a nice smiling young face.
Titans very proud of what their football team has done the last few years, making it all the way to the state semifinals a few years ago.
Kenny Harrison done a good job here. It was, you know, there was, it was kind of a, you know, a mixed reception to his hiring, but he's gone 50-17. The Titans are in the playoffs every year. Like you said, they made a semifinal run. Kenny has this program on really solid footing, and this could be a big year for them.
And off to Dauphine. Corey Dauphine breaks down, gets down to the 6-yard line. That's going to be real close to a first down, depends on the spot.
And they're really starting to assert themselves now, Charlie, with this running game.
That big offensive line has got the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Memorial at the 6-yard line.
I mentioned penalties early, and already 4 for 45 on Central, 3 for 35 on Memorial, and we're early in the second quarter.
Titans looking on the sideline, getting their signals. There's that full house backfield you see a lot. Single receivers out to either side. Hand off to Dauphine, and the Jaguars jumped all over that one. Big 88, Andre Morris, a senior defensive end, blasting that apart in the backfield.
He tore that one up pretty quick. He just got quick penetration. He was there not long after the ball was handed off. Good defensive play from Central. Toby Foreman has a reputation as a guy who can coach some defense, and had to think the 40 that was put up last week just uncharacteristic.
Second down now. Dauphine gets inside the 5-yard line to the 4.
Dauphine on the carry.
Brings up a 3rd down and goal.
Made by number 88, Andre Morris.
So you have to wonder now, is Kenny Harrison looking at this as a 4-down situation? He's inside the 5-yard line. Is he looking at 2 more plays to get that 4 yards? I kind of think he might be. If they gain yardage on this play, got to think they're going for a touchdown.
Oh, and the offensive line moved. I don't know if they were drawn by a defensive flinch, and it's one of those cases where the lawyers on both lines argue with the referees. Now, wait a minute, Your Honor, sir.
Start pointing those fingers. Didn't you see him? I think it's going to go on Memorial.
Coach Harrison justifiably upset when you got a third down inside the 5-yard line. You don't need that penalty.
Now this changes. This puts you in almost for certain in a throwing situation. So this puts it kind of on Caden Harrison now. Now if they don't gain anything, you got to think they'll wind up having to settle for a field goal.
Cameron Martin to the right, Corey Dauphine to the left. Handoff goes to Martin. Defensive line, great stand up there by the defensive lineman. That's number 9, Isaiah Pouncey. Stood up his blocker and then made the tackle. Watch the replay.
Central wasn't thinking pass, and boy, that's good defense there. Beats the blocker. Corey Dauphine, a better runner than he is a blocker at this point, and the guy just beat him.
So we're going to have a 31-yard field goal from Raola Stupinen. If he's a junior kicker, if he's 31, we might have a problem with the UIL.
Yeah, might have.
Good snap, nice kick. That would have been good from 40 yards out. Memorial breaks on top, 3-0.
So nice drive. Penalties involved in both sides, and the penalty down there on 3rd and 4 really wind up forcing them into a field goal situation.
Well, Bob, every week the IBEW Local 479 trivia question comes your way. And this is going to involve one of your favorite Beaumont athletes, Jerry Levias.
Love Jerry Levias.
Jerry Levias was an All-American receiver his senior year at SMU. Now, this is kind of a trick question. Which of the following was not on that 1968 All-American team? Now, all 4 of those guys were All-Americans, but which one of those would not have been as old as Jerry Levias? I guess that'd kind of be the way to put it.
Got to be Kellen Winslow, and I know that because he played in Missouri. And of course, I'm from Missouri and follow Missouri.
I forgot.
So you threw one in my wheelhouse that time, Charlie.
No.
You really did.
Well, let's show him the answer. So, yes, he's right. Kellen Winslow was actually 10 years after Levias.
So I'm up to 500 now on trivia this year. And I just might say, because Jerry Levias is one of my all-time favorite people, what that young man, he's not a young man anymore, but what that guy accomplished, what he went through to break the color barrier in the old Southwest Conference separates him. And as you know, and a lot of other folks know, I have campaigned long and loud that the football stadium in Beaumont should have been named after Jerry Levias, and I still strongly feel that way. For what he accomplished, his name should be there to remind the kids in Beaumont what this guy got done.
As Stupinen does a perfect kick taken by Brandon Wise, who steps out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Wow.
Brandon Wise should have let that one go. Nothing, he just didn't have any room and went out of bounds.
Well, maybe Central's going to hope to do what Port Arthur Memorial just did. They drove from their own 7-yard line and ended up with points on the board with a 30-yard field goal from the Stupinen.
But holding Memorial to a field goal, again, big victory for Central. I mean, they've held this team to 3 points. There's 6:53 left in the second quarter, and a team that ran wild last week in Beaumont put up 56 points, only has 3.
Michael Jackett and Devwa Haley in the backfield. Jackett hands off to Whaley, and Whaley finds a crease there, puts his head down, knocks down a linebacker, and gains 9 yards. Fine run there from the junior running back.
Yep, excellent piece of running. He bounced off a tackle, got him some more yards.
Watch this
right
contact.
There. Woo. Morgan Ford was the worst for the wear on that one.
Second down, 1 yard to go. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Same formation for the Jaguars. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. This time the handoff goes to Jones. He's got the first down across the 20. As the Titan defensive line stands him up, but that first down is what they needed.
So up to this point, I think the Central coaches are going to be much happier than the Memorial coaches. They've come on the road to face a very good 6A team, and they're hanging around. And you just want to stay close. They want to try to stay close into the fourth quarter and maybe have something happen that can enable them to win the game.
Whaley hitting the backfield.
Yep, missed tackle, and Whaley turns it into about 5 or 6 yards.
That could have been really bad for the Jaguars. Watch it here on the replay. Now that's stopping on a dime and giving 9 cents change. I remember that Bill Cosby line.
That is a good line.
Whaley put down that one toe, I think, was on the ground when he stopped his forward momentum to dodge the guy in the backfield.
Yeah, Jaron Johnson had a great shot at him. Instead, they come out 2nd and 5, which is a great situation for a quarterback. You can run it, you can throw it.
Jones around the left-hand side, dives to the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down.
No, Charlie, this is more like an old-time football game. Both teams running the ball, many more runs than passes thus far. Grinding out those first downs, keeping the clock rolling.
Here's a good ground level shot from Cody Riggs, our field camera guy.
Good stuff.
He's not having to dodge helmets and bodies this time. That's a good thing. 1st and 10 for the Jags from their own 30-yard line.
So they've come out of the hole now with 2 first downs, gotten out of the shadow of that goalpost.
Jackett with the option. Great pitch.
Yep. Jackett did a terrific job of running that option, getting the defense to commit to him, then pitching the ball out. Another first down for Central.
Edward Whaley with the ball and pull it out of the fullback, read the end. There you go.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Textbook option football. Even the old wishbone coaches would have loved that one.
So maybe that's what Utah is looking at, not just as throw an arm, maybe the option possibility.
Could be. I'm not real familiar with Utah. I always thought they played wide open football, but I don't know. Are they in the Pac-10? I believe they are.
I think they are, yes.
It's hard to keep up with these conferences.
Jackett with a keeper. Beautiful play that time. Steps out of bounds in Titan territory at the 49-yard line.
Jackett getting a little warning here. You're going to watch him. He comes up doing a little trash talking, I think, and his coach tries to push him away, quiet him down. See right there, they're saying, now Michael, they'll throw a flag on you for that, son. You can't do that.
2nd down and a long one to go. Clock stopped. No, clock is running. No, it should be stopped. Thought they went out of bounds over there.
They did too.
But the clock is running here at Memorial Stadium. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Jackett hands it off to Xavier Jones, and he pops it outside. He has some speed getting the first down at the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play, though, at the 40.
Well, it's Central winning some battles up front right now. They're pushing Memorial around. This drive started back on, what was it, the
7-yard line.
7-yard line. They've come all the way out to the Memorial 40 now.
Flag on the play, though. Let's see what the referee says. Offensive holding. That'll be a spot foul 10 yards from there, which puts us right back where we were. It was 10 yards downfield, so we repeat everything.
Corey Dauphine looking on, wondering when he's going to get back on the field and get that football again. Corey just recently committed to UT San Antonio.
Michael Jackett, number 7, the senior quarterback for the Jags. Handoff to Xavier Jones, and number 2 dives forward, gets to the 42-yard line. Gets that first down.
Once again, they're getting some pushback up front.
Good dive there to make sure he had the first, and the Titans are going to take a defensive timeout here with just over 3 minutes left in the first half. And you're reading the score right. The Port Arthur Memorial Titans, the 6A team, having everything they can handle from the 5A team, only leading 3-0. When you take a look at the 5A district, by the way, that 22 5A district, Beaumont Central is in a dogfight every year with Needleton and Port Neches Groves, and now they've got two new teams coming in from Baytown, Goose Creek Memorial and Baytown Lee, and Central is picked to go into the playoffs, but that's always a tough district, and Toby Foreman knows that.
Yeah, but Central has been, they were a factor last year. You know, Toby Foreman came in on the heels of 2 really bad years over at Central. And in his first year, he went 6-5, got in the playoffs, played Needleton tough, played everybody tough in that district. Nobody really wanted to play them. And
True.
I think in a lot of the preseason picks I've seen, they were picked to win the district. And I've seen nothing thus far tonight that would discourage that kind of thinking.
The 2 district losses were not blowouts by any means. Jackett with the option. This time he keeps it, turns it up in the middle. Great move, gets him the first down to the 22-yard line. There's the speed that the Titans were scared of.
Now watch Jackett. Once he makes his mind up right here, boy, he turns on the jets, comes sailing through Memorial, and the Titans are going to have to get something figured out here pretty quick. They're going to be down.
So here you are, you're a defensive back from the field camera watching that happen. Gliding moves. Low snap to Jackett. He hands it off to Jones, trying to work the middle, maybe a yard. Titan defense is all over it.
So before this possession, Charlie, Central only had 16 yards rushing. Now they're up to 84, so they've gained 68 yards on this drive that started at the 7-yard line. And talking about ways to stop a good offense, keep the ball away from them.
That's true.
That's what Central's doing right now.
It's almost like Toby Foreman's timing it. We're right at the 2-minute mark just about, and he's right where he wants to be. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Deep in Titan territory at the 22. Ball pops loose.
And that is what Memorial needed. That's a killer for Central there, to drive it that long and then turn it over, and it sure looks like, yep, they're pointing. Well, let's see. I don't think the runner ever got the foot. Well, maybe he did. Let's give credit to number 54 here. He gets a hand in. Brandon Jackson kind of got a hand in and punched that football out or knocked it out.
And Brandon Artis, number 53, is the one that ends up with it.
Jackson got penetration. He was in the backfield, and the ball really, I don't think, was really secure, and he was able to get a paw on it, knock it out of there. Big sigh of relief on the Memorial sideline. Now let's see, with 1:45 left, will they go into a 2-minute offense, throw it up, put it up, try to get it down the field, or will they just continue to pound away on the ground?
K. Martin and Dauphine in the backfield with Harrison. Dauphine gets the ball, a little stretch play to the right. Gain of a yard as the Jaguars stretch it out. 2nd down.
Just well defended, and ball looked like it was almost trying to get out of his hands there. Held on to it, gained maybe a yard.
2 receivers to the short side of the field. Harrison hands it off to K. Martin. Cameron Martin goes to the left-hand side, and there are a whole bunch more white jerseys over there than Memorial black. There's a flag on the play.
Andre Morris there. Dylan Amon there.
Almost like the linebackers were stunning in that direction. That was the wide side of the field. Let's see what the penalty call is here.
Testing.
Yeah, even though there wasn't much gain on that play, I think you take it and back Memorial up and make it difficult for them to make a 1st down, and then maybe so We'll see. They've been very, very conservative offensively, and it would be shocking now with the field position they have.
Second down and 20. Harrison does the play action. A nice pass to McLean, and number 9 has that first down at the 35-yard line.
So Kenny Harrison fooled me, and I think he fooled Central's defense, and his son delivered on the money.
A good timing pattern. Just as McLean turns, the ball is there.
Boy, his form is so good the way he sets up and delivers the ball.
Trevon McLean with the first down. Harrison hands off to Dauphine, and 4 white shirts, 5 white shirts come in. He ends up losing a yard, and Memorial's going to call a timeout with just over a half-minute left in the first half.
Central is really geared to stop the run. I think that when Kenny Harrison goes in and talks about the first half and thinks about how tough it's been to run the ball at times on this Central defense, I think maybe we'll see Memorial put it up a little bit more in the second half.
Good shot there of longtime Titan coach Dwight Sippian. Coached many players over the years here in Port Arthur. Second down and 11 to go. 35 seconds left in the first half. 3-0 the score. Good defensive battle here. 1 turnover, a fumble recovery there by Brandon Artis, just as Beaumont Central was knocking on the door down around the 20-yard line.
That was a dagger for Central, Charlie, because if they could have gone down, driven it in, well, that would have eaten up most of the clock, and then they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
Harrison straight drop back. Dauphine stays in the block, and it's triple streak. Somebody's going to intercept it, and it is taken there by number 10 for the Jags. That's Delvin Bennett, the junior. Ball's just overthrown past the receivers. 2 white shirts waiting for it to come down.
Yep, Caden Harrison showing off his arm strength here more than anything, and this, of course, is as good as a punt. And so he threw it from his 20 to the other 25. That's about, 55 yards in the air?
Yes.
So, again, that's better than the punts we've seen the Titans have so far tonight. So I'm guessing with the time left on the clock that we'll see Central just run the ball and hope to break something loose here. And if not, just go in and feel really good about a 3-0 game that we're going to see him take a knee here. This is a game they could have been leading very easily.
Except for that one right there. Jackett kneels down, and the linemen rush in to congratulate him for successfully kneeling down, but the clock's running down here, and that'll be the last snap. As the Jags go in, they're only down by 3 points. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel action from Southeast Texas. Port Arthur Memorial Titans 3, the Beaumont Central Jaguars 0. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Like we want to sit back and relax and enjoy the halftime festivities.
I discovered Lamar University.
I looked at all types of schools.
Big ones, small ones,
Ivy League and private.
Then I found Lamar.
Bistro-style dining. Private bedrooms.
Close to home.
15 NCAA Division I sports.
World-class professors.
Who actually know my name.
Undergraduate, master's,
and doctoral degrees.
Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
Cars are as unique as the people who purchase them. And when picking one, every detail counts, right down to the stitching on the seats. So why should picking a car loan be any different? Whether it's a low rate or a low payment you're looking for, at Do Good we customize loans to fit your needs. And we'll make sure your lending experience is everything you want it to be. Easy, convenient, and hassle-free. At Do Good, you'll love your car loan as much as you love your car.
Great hunt today, Dad.
Thanks, son.
For more than 15 years, I've helped clients nationwide make solid decisions about investing in gold so they can enjoy what's most important.
Discover the best options for you and your family by calling 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. 866-UCB-GUIDE, 866-822-4843.
Now is the time to learn about gold, so you have time to enjoy what's most important.
I'm registered for college.
Me too, and for the same classes, and I'm saving $2,000 a semester at Lamar Port Arthur. Then I graduate and transfer if I want.
Really? You can do that?
You bet. What are you paying for your education?
Quality instruction, great savings, and courses transfer. It's the Texas Common Course Law. Don't wait any longer to begin your education while saving.
I chose Lamar State College Port Arthur.
When you think you may be having a stroke, remember to act fast. If you experience facial droop, if your arms are weak and your speech is off, then time is of the essence. A lack of blood flow to the brain can cause loss of functions that may never be recovered. Don't let it get that far. Call 911 immediately. A professional EMS will get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your certified primary stroke center.
I discovered Lamar University.
Close to home.
A place of my own.
With all the amenities.
Opportunities.
Engineering.
World-class science.
Professors who know my name.
That's what you get with a doctoral research university.
Hands-on research.
Or study abroad.
And it starts right here. Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
Hey, I heard y'all were making flipping loans?
That's right. 5 Points Awesome Loans have everybody flipping out.
I'm ready for my loan now. Watch this.
Wow! I haven't even told you we'll pay off 1% of your loan balance.
Get a new loan or flip an existing loan to 5 Point, and we'll pay off 1% of your new loan balance. 5 Point Credit Union. Money for loans right here at home.
Woohoo! I'm so flippin' happy. Watch this.
No, not necessary. Yeah.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur, or another university? Let's see. Lamar Port Arthur courses transfer anywhere in Texas or the country for that matter. Coursework is the same as anywhere else, and great savings each semester. And it's close to my home and my job. So why am I still thinking about this? I choose Lamar State College, Port Arthur.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur. Change your future. Start here today.
You know, diversification is important and means more than owning different stocks. Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, President of Universal Coin and Bullion. I've been helping clients nationwide for 15 years diversify with gold. And I want to send you a free copy of our award-winning gold guide to help you choose the best gold options for you.
Get the answers you need about gold. Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE. That's 866-822-4843.
Heart attacks affect men and women equally, and when they strike, denial can be a killer. If you're experiencing pressure, tightness, or an aching sensation in your chest or arms, then you may be having a heart attack. If so, time is of the essence. Do not attempt to drive yourself to the hospital. Call 911 for a professional EMS. They'll get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your accredited chest pain center.
Have you been thinking about diversifying with gold but don't know how? Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, President of Universal Coin and Bullion. As an award-winning nationwide dealer, we help clients get the answers they need to discover the beauty, security, and strength of gold in their portfolio.
Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. That's 866-822-4843.
Harrison straight drop back. Dauphine stays in the block, and it's triple streak. Trevon McLean with the first down. Harrison hands off to Dauphine, and back at Memorial Stadium, Port Arthur Memorial ahead 3-0 on a 30-yard field goal by Stupinan back in the second quarter. A lot of offense, but not many points here in the first half.
Last week, Charlie, these two teams between them scored 90 points. Memorial had 56, Central had 34. Tonight we got 3 on the board here at the half, and not a lot of offense. Memorial only 129 yards of offense, Central 96. And most of it's come on the ground for both teams. Memorial rushed for 89 yards, Central for 81. Corey Dauphine, the leader for Memorial, 12 carries for 34. Cameron Martin, 7 for 30. The Central side, Xavier Jones, 8 for 33. Michael Jacquette, who had such a big week last week, has only gone up top 4 times, 1 for 4 for 15 yards. Last week he threw for like, what was it, 277 and 3 touchdowns. So it's just been a total defensive, very close to the vest, kind of old school football game, not out of old school formations, but basically old school, control the ball, run the clock, make first downs, keep the other team's offense off the field. So we'll see. I mean, Memorial's got the lead, but I think Central, of the two teams, I would think Central feels better about where things are than Memorial does.
Central had 3 real possessions there in that first half. Their third possession, they started on their own 7-yard line, got deep into Titan territory and lost a fumble. Recovered by junior Brandon Artis by the Titans to turn that one back. Here's the kickoff. Taken in the air by Brandon Wise, number 6. He loses ground going back to the 17-yard line, so Central again starts off deep in their own territory.
So once he juggled the ball, it went right through his arms. Now he's just got to make sure he secures it and get ready for the wave of black jerseys coming at him.
Central's fourth possession in that first half was after an interception by Delvin Bennett, just a deep ball thrown by Caden Harrison. It was, like Bob pointed out, better than a punt. It was actually a lot deeper. And Central just down the ball to end the half. So really this is only their 4th possession of the entire game. To start the second half, handoff goes to Deva Whaley. Whaley gets into the secondary, gets that first down out to the 29-yard line.
Massive hole, and it looks like Central going to take up right where they left off on the final real drive they had, not the one to end the half. They had moved the ball down the field.
Those cutback lanes, you can really take advantage of a pursuing defense if you can see it here at the ground level how those offensive linemen are going to work those lanes. If you got a good running back like Whaley, his eyes will pick up those open areas. It's a lot easier to run to daylight.
Not going anywhere this time, though.
Xavier Jones, the right halfback, with that ball. He did not go far at all.
Jaron Johnson waiting with open arms to bear hug him and bring him down.
Looked like a good defensive stunt right there by the Titan line. So he went straight into the backfield untouched. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 to go.
See if Jacquette puts it up. Only 4 passing attempts. That's really surprising.
He draws over to his right, looks down, and he's going to get hit in the backfield.
I think he was out of bounds before he threw the ball.
That's what the referee is saying. He's standing right there. Kept him from throwing it to one of the players on the bench. You can see he's looking downfield under heavy, heavy pressure from number 28, Jacorian Barnes. So loss of about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down, 16 to go for the Jags, and this is not the way they wanted to start off the first half after they deferred in the first half. Let the Titans get the ball first.
Let's see if Jackett can dial him up a big play, and he might do it scrambling.
Straight drop back. He's throwing a deep ball, but it's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. No flags on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, excellent coverage. DeMonte Thomas running right alongside the receiver. Would have taken a great catch, and obviously the ball overthrown. But, I mean, to get the ball in where the receiver could have caught it, been very, very difficult. So the Jags about to punt.
Brandon Wise drops back to punt. That is number 6. This will be his 3rd punt of the game. Wise's kick's going to hit, and it hit one of the Titans. I don't know if it hit one of the Titans or somebody. Had a funny bounce there when it came down. 49-yard line, Titans 1st and 10.
C.J. Levine fields it on the run, and I'm not sure you're coached to do that because he ran right through a bunch of white shirts to catch the ball, and you know what he was thinking, hey, if I might have a chance to pop this out the other side.
If you get past that first line, there's a lot of green. Caden Harrison, the sophomore quarterback, number 8, hasn't made any mistakes. That one long interception to end the first half may have even been a design play. Fakes the handoff to Dauphine, a quick screen pass to Trevon McLean. Number 9 gets across the 45-yard line.
Thought we might see another flag for a block in the back. If we get another look at it, watch this, Charlie. I think, and maybe it's along the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure where that rule, how far downfield you have to be before that's thrown. Either way, it wasn't thrown, so it's a positive play for the Titans.
Hurry up offense, hands off to the tailback, Corey Dauphine. He gets the 1st down at the 38-yard line. Nifty run there from the senior running back.
So Memorial immediately in a great hole there up front. There was one lineman couldn't find anybody to block. It was cleared out. He was looking, but he just couldn't find anybody to block.
2 receivers moving. Everybody's going to have to get set. Now everybody's down. Harrison hands off to Cameron Martin, number 6, hit at the line.
You know, look, if it looked like he cut it back inside, it looked like there might have been room outside. Let's watch this. Watch to his left, Charlie, when he steps up in here. Watch and see if it doesn't look like right there. A lot of room left. He just misread the play. I think he had a big gain if he goes outside.
Short gain, 2nd down to go. There's that real quick screen over to McLean. Number 9 does a great job getting it down to the 27-yard line. That should be a 1st down for the Titans.
Just a quick screen, and this time the block, Cameron Martin gets enough to make the play go, enough of a block. Well, you know that what Memorial wanted to do, well, both teams wanted to come out and establish something to start the 3rd quarter, and right now it looks like the Titans may be the team to do that.
Hand off to Dauphine. He gets hit in the backfield. One of the linebackers coming in for the Jaguars forced him back to the inside. No gain on the play, 2nd down.
See number 10, Delvin Bennett, around the ball a lot tonight for the Jaguars.
2nd down, staying in that basically a full house backfield. Titans trying to add to their 3-0 lead here at the start of the third quarter. Hand off to Corey Dauphine. He breaks around the outside, but meets the cornerback and is shoved sideways. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well defended by Central, and we're going to see if Memorial now, they've had a little success throwing the ball here early in the second half. Because 3rd and 10, they've almost got to put it up. Good defense by Central. Four white shirts at the point of attack. Just nowhere for Dauphine to go. And there's that number 10 again that we're talking about, Delvin Bennett.
He had that interception in the first half. Harrison looks deep, throws it up into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete over there. 2 white jerseys over there with the wide receiver, as C.J. Levine was trying to outrun everybody to the corner. That incompletion brings up a 4th down and 10 yards to go from the 27.
Looked like Caden Harrison, as young quarterbacks are prone to do, just locked in on the receiver. Didn't look anywhere else, and really didn't have a good situation with double coverage.
And the Titans are going to call a timeout here with 4th down and 9 yards to go. They were able to hold the Jaguars on the first possession of the second half to a short punt, took the ball over at the Jaguar 49-yard line. Several good runs here by Dauphine get them to this point, but it's a 4th down now. Good action here. You talk about old-style football, you know, not much passing attack, and we expected more of a passing attack, in particular from the Jags.
We did. I mean, when your quarterback throws for what Michael Jacquette threw for last week, 200 and, what did I say it was?
77.
277, 3 touchdowns, 12, 17, and 36 yards. You just, you wonder where all that's going. I understand why Toby Foreman wants to run the ball, and he's had some success doing it. That helps his defense. That helps them keep the lid on that Memorial running game that they have really done a good job slowing down tonight.
Well, Coach, do you have a 4th down and 10 play? We're about to see. Caden Harrison makes the handoff. He's got a guy open and throws it behind him. Nice curl pattern over there to McLean. Would have been a 1st down at the 15-yard line, but he is unable to hit the open
Did this
player.
ball get tipped here? This is really it just really didn't come out of his hand. That receiver was open, and Levine was open down near the goal line. Just really, I don't know, it slipped out of his hand or whatever. It was an ugly-looking pass, so Central will take over with 7:23 left in the third, and we're still at 3-0.
Hey, it's a good game. Well, you know, just a few penalties, like you say, exchange of turnovers. In particular, though, that fumble down at the 23-yard line when Central looked like they were about ready to put points up on the board. That's the big difference right now. Jacquette trying to make something happen, and he's going to do it with his arm. Little flare pattern out to his running back, Devwell Whaley. Number 12 gets positive yardage past the 30-yard line. Gain of 4, it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like there might be a little something there. Memorial close quick. Memorial tremendous quickness on his defense.
Definitely one of the most athletic teams in the whole state.
And they were number 20 in the state poll this week. There's some of that speed coming from the backside, running down the play. Number 54, that would be Brandon Jackson. Called his name a few times tonight.
Ran down Xavier Jones, the running back from behind. Look at this fine pursuit.
Yeah, there was somebody coming from the backs. That was 99. We've seen a lot of him. Jaron Jackson, he was coming all the way from the backside.
Good play there at the point of attack, too, that Brandon Lumpkin stepped up and forced it back inside.
3rd and 3, Central needs a 1st down. They don't want to give this ball back so quickly, but they're going to have to.
Hand off to Jones, and he is pile drive by the defensive line. No gain on the play, 4th down.
Memorial stuffed that. So 3 and out, not what you want if you're Toby Foreman. Right there filling number 42, Terry Oliver. And then he gets a lot of help in a hurry. I really like the way this Memorial defense runs to the ball. We've said for a long time, you know, Memorial's had some great offenses. They really, in the playoffs, they got in trouble with defense, and Kenny Harrison said his defense was going to be better this year, and it certainly looks like it. They have not allowed a point here deep into the 7th quarter of the season.
Punt for Brandon Wise is off. That may have hit one of the Titans right there. I don't know.
Well, it was awfully close.
It was close. Ball is down at the 32-yard line, and that's where Port Arthur Memorial will put it into play. First down and 10. I thought that the way it hit, it was a little funny right at his feet, but credit Wise with handling a little bit of an interesting snap and putting a lot more leg into that ball, getting a lot more positive yardage off of his punt. 5:13 left in the 3rd quarter, 3-0 in the blinding rain here at Port Arthur Memorial. I mean, it's real interesting the way this game is playing out. Harrison, great pass to Keenan Washington, the senior wide receiver, gets a first down. And that was just a boom, boom pass right there.
And looks like, and I believe this young man is down, is cramping, and you wonder when that's going to, early in the season it happens.
Sidney Holmes, number 3, is down with the cramps there for the Jaguars, and Corey Dauphine also kind of made his way off onto the sideline. He was favoring one of his legs as well.
Well, Memorial definitely had the upper hand in the 3rd quarter, although there's the poor pass that Caden Harrison threw on the last possession, and it's good for Kenny Harrison to come back and throw another pass right after that, let him get his confidence back up, and he threw it right on the money. Passing on first down, and Memorial hasn't done a lot of it. Probably a good idea because Central is so loaded up to stop the run.
Yeah, they're basically forcing the sophomore quarterback to throw the ball, and on occasion he has done a great job. He definitely has the arm, both he and Jack Ed. I'd hate to have them in a softball throwing contest. I mean, they would end up probably hurting somebody. Definitely have arm strength and good form as well. The sophomore taking on the senior tonight. 2 receivers wide to either side for the Titans. Harrison hands off to Cameron Martin. Martin takes the pile forward for a good 2-yard gain.
And again, the one thing we really haven't seen at all, Charlie, is play action. And I'm a big advocate of play action, especially when you're a good running team like Memorial is, and the other team is so intent on keeping you from running the ball, and they're flying to the football as soon as they see where it looks like it's going. Now we got an open backfield.
3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. And now Cameron Martin comes back to join Harrison. Lines up at left halfback. There's the snap. Quick flare over to Traven McLean, number 9. He's been the favorite receiver tonight. Gain of 4 to bring up 3rd down.
And credit C.J. Levine for the 4 yards they got there, because it was his block that you're going to see Levine, number 1, right there, take on the linebacker and open a little daylight. Not a lot. Yards are just tough to come by here tonight.
In Jaguar territory at the 48-yard line, 3rd down and 4. They need to get to the 44-yard line. Caden Harrison gets the signal from the sideline. Marcus Younger is the halfback next to him. Quick pass to McLean, incomplete. Jaguars were fairly certain McLean had caught it. They went on ahead and tackled him anywhere. He's been catching everything else.
Looked like it got on him before he was really ready for it. I mean, Harrison unloaded it quick. Just
a little bit behind maybe, but it brings up 4th down and 4, and the punt team is sent back onto the field. So second half, punt by Central on their first possession. Memorial turned it over on downs at the Central 26. Central punts, and now Memorial punts.
And I believe in the first quarter we had each team punt twice, so the kickers are getting more work here tonight than anybody.
Dropping deep is Carnell Seals, senior wide receiver for the Jags.
Fake.
There's that fake, and sniffed out.
No, that did not work at all.
Fantastic defense by Andre Morris, the senior, number 88. Fakes the punt, or sniffs out the fake punt, and so Central will take over.
And Memorial gave away some pretty good field position by rolling the dice there.
Takes him over at the 47-yard line, and that's about a 30-yard difference from where it would have been with a successful punt.
Everybody loves fake punts if they work. When they don't work, you're saying, what were you thinking, man? So,
great defensive play there. Andre Morris stayed home.
They need to work on the Bummerooskies.
Now we go to an unbalanced line. Look at that. Everybody's shifting over to the right-hand side. Jackett throws down the middle. Oh, that's a defenseless receiver there. I tell you what. Number 80, Jeruja was running down the center of the field. Ball was well past him when he was hit by the defensive back and put on the ground. He's staggering to the sideline.
Memorial may have gotten away with one there.
Incomplete pass brings up second down. Toby Foreman is livid on the sideline. He wants his players protected.
Well, now, I mean, are they going to throw a late flag here? Because C.J. Levine is really unhappy, and I think they may. Yeah, there is a flag, and it's going to cost Memorial 15. I'm not sure about having the helmet off. Isn't there something about that?
There's something about that
college
as well.
You can't, if it's off, you got to come off the field.
It was a great play-action pass. You talk about play-action. They had a great setup over there. They did a shift to an unbalanced line to the right-hand side, the far side of the field, and then they threw it back to the tight end on this side, just streaking down the middle. He was wide open, overthrew the pass, and after the ball was well passed is when the defensive back unloaded. There is no flag. They continue to play it second down.
Well, all right. So why was Levine so upset? He must have thought they flagged him, and maybe they picked it up.
Second down, Jackett.
That's trouble.
That
may be a touchdown. Well, now he fumbled it. Did Central get it back?
I believe Central did. Let's take a look at it. Very interesting play.
Well, Memorial had it. Looked like it might be a touchdown. They fumble it back. I think Central gets it. Clear. If that's a clear change of possession, which I believe it is, it'll be a first down for Central.
Second fumble recovered by Quentin Derry. Let's see who gets the first one here. It's just an ill-advised pitch. And the ball is picked up by number 99. That's Jerron Johnson, the senior D lineman. And he loses the ball. It is recovered by Quentin Derry, so we've got a double fumble.
Morgan Ford got the hit from Memorial. It knocked the ball loose. And it looked like when Johnson picked it up, he might be headed for the end zone. Memorial got one that way last week. I think it was C.J. Levine. So good break for Central.
First down and 10. Jackett's trying to set up the screen pass to number 2, and Xavier Jones loses yardage.
And Rodney Kinchin and Lorenzo Henderson come flying to the ball there for Memorial. Here comes,
he's coming all over the place.
Kinchin got there first.
So it's second down and 12 now for Central. The clock is running down. We're right at 2 minutes left in the third quarter. A very exciting game, and you just have the feeling of tension. One break, somebody's going to make a really great play or a really bad play, and that's going to be the difference. Timeout is called by the Jaguars at this point. And we'd like to take a minute here to talk about our next broadcast on September 12th. We will be in Nederland, Texas for the game between Clear Lake and Nederland. This will be the second time we've seen Clear Lake. They went in last week to play against Port Neches Groves, and the Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience was there to watch Port Neches Groves set a bunch of records in beating Clear Lake through the air.
So who would have thought after 3 weeks the most exposed team on television in the Golden Triangle will be Clear Lake.
Well, the Clear Lake Falcons, a very good 6A team. They have some real quality over there. It's just last week they ran into a Port Neches Groves buzzsaw that was clicking on all cylinders. And next week they'll be in Nederland to take on the Nederland Bulldogs as they get ready for their debut in 22-5A.
So Central back at it here.
Second down, 12 yards to go. Jackett wanting to get unleashed. He's looking downfield. Max protection for him. Gets away from the problems in the backfield and goes out of bounds. He does get positive yardage, getting past the 40 to the 41. It'll be third down and 9 to go.
Jackett came up limping a little bit. Made a good move to get out of the pocket. Got a couple 3 yards, maybe still looking at third and long. Just the defenses are just so in control in this game. You keep waiting for somebody to make a big play.
It's almost, somebody trying to bat down a pass and the receiver gets it. It's going to be something simple like that. Turnovers are even at 2. 2 fumbles by Central.
Maybe Central's going to call that
fumble and an interception by the Titans.
Excuse me, Charlie. I was going to say maybe Central will call that double fumble play.
Long pass.
Almost intercepted, looked like. Looked like C.J. Levine thought he should have had it. Or is that a, that would not be good.
He's trying to get up. It's just the old triple streak play. You throw 3 of them down there on the halves and throw it down there. And looks like Levine is pounding the turf in some pain.
You see that, and that would be, he's such a key player for this team.
C.J. Levine led the team last year with interceptions, made 6 total over the course of the year. One of the better defensive backs in the entire area.
Just as we said earlier in the game tonight, he committed last week to UT San Antonio.
Coach Kenny Harrison of the Titans seen quite a few injuries tonight. Levine's getting up off the ground. May have just been cramps the way he's holding his toes up like that. Makes you think it's just cramps.
Well, let's hope it is. And he's playing both ways quite a bit, so very well could be. I think that's what it is, looking at the way he's walking, yeah.
Yeah, the coaches used to call that the old man walk, where you keep your legs as straight as you can. And you want to get on the side, get some fluids, get a little rub down there, loosen them up. It's fourth down and 10 yards to go, and Central will be punting.
Another punt.
Of course, we've seen one fake punt here. It backfired on the Titans on the previous possession.
But it didn't really cost them anything, just a little yardage.
Almost blocked coming in from the outside. Ball bounces back the Titan way. It's going to be touched at the 44-yard line, so the Titans are going to be in great field position again here in the second half with just over 1 minute, 29 seconds left in the third quarter.
So after all that, with the fake punt, Charlie, they lost about 5 yards of field position, got the ball back with a first down, so no harm, no foul. Probably be a while before they fake punt again, though.
Or block it a little differently. Number 21, Corey Dauphine, the senior running back in the backfield with the sophomore quarterback, Caden Harrison. 2 receivers wide to either side for the Titans. Harrison hands it off to Dauphine, works to the left-hand side, gets to the secondary, crosses the 50. Second down and a long 3 to go for the Titans, and they stay in their hurry-up mode, being at the line. Dauphine now acting like his right foot is still bothering him. He had limped to the sideline earlier. Coming in, Marcus Younger, number 20.
Well, if you're Memorial, you want to get this ball in the end zone. You're letting a team, an underdog, hang around as long as it's a 1-score game. Anything can happen, a break, big play, and all of a sudden you're looking at the short end of the scoreboard.
Harrison takes the snap, hands it to Younger. Same play. Younger gets the first down, dives forward to the 42-yard line. And indeed, last year we saw that happen when the Titans lost to the Jaguars 24-23.
They really have a difficult time with Central.
Younger did a great job there splitting those two defenders. He planted that foot and cut it up. Well run. First down at the 43-yard line. Fumbled on the play.
And that's Central's ball.
Picked up by number 88. That's Andre Morris, the guy who stopped the fake punt. And that was just a bad handoff in the backfield.
So just what we were talking about, you let somebody hang around, they get a turnover, and maybe they turn it into the go-ahead score. Just never secured the ball. So as time winds down in the third quarter, Central gets a break, gets the ball in good field position. Second lost fumble for Memorial in the third quarter, 3 turnovers on the night.
Central had gained 11 yards on that possession. Jags offense, though, has not had much to do tonight. Had that one moment there at the end of the second quarter. Jackett hands off to Whaley. Whaley is slung down for a 2-yard loss back to the 43.
Nice defensive play there by Lorenzo Henderson, junior linebacker. Watch Henderson run the play down right there. Secures the tackle. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
And that is it. I tell you, it's been a real quick game, but it has been a very interesting game, 3-0. Port Arthur Memorial after 3 here at Memorial Stadium in Port Arthur, Texas. You're watching the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience, Sheffield Productions. We're all glad to be with you, bringing you the best of Southeast Texas football. We would like to thank our sponsors of the Port Arthur News Friday Night Experience. The 20th year F&E has been associated with high school football, brought to your way by good sponsors like Lamar State College of Port Arthur, the IBEW Local 479, Holy Cross Lutheran Church, Kieschnick Industries, Bubba's Air Conditioning, Pizza Inn and Donnie Broussard, Ritter Lumber, the Museum of the Gulf Coast, DuPont Goodrich Federal Credit Union, Robert Giblin, Mike Fulgence at Universal Coin and Bullion, Lamar University in Beaumont, Market Basket, 5 Point Credit Union, Motiva Enterprises, and the Medical Center of Southeast Texas. This time Jones gets to the outside, follows the block very well, gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Just really interesting that they have not thrown the ball more. 2nd and 12, you're not really having a lot of success running. Maybe they thought they were going to cross Central up. Now they're looking at 3rd and what about
4 yards. And Jackett was looking to throw. He's got a man downfield, but he stopped running the route as Carnell Seals was kind of forced to the sideline, but he was still in bounds, and Jackett saw an opening there. Threw the ball in that direction, but Seals had stopped his route. Jackett sees him down there and lobs it up there. There's a big opening, but Seals would have had to been running full out on that route to get there. 4th down, 4 to go from the Titan 49-yard line.
Reckon Central has a fake punt?
I don't know.
I don't think we'll see it. I think as long as it's a 1-score game, and his defense is playing so well, Toby Foreman's not going to take any chances. He'll punt it away and hope for maybe another turnover.
Brandon Wise again ready to punt. A lot of pressure coming from the Titans. Ball hits at the 20 and is downed at the 19-yard line as Trevon McLean watches it hit. So Central punts down there. And now we're back where Memorial was for most of the first half, deep in their own territory.
Okay, that's 7 quarters of football now that Memorial has not given up a point this year. -2 rushing yards in the third quarter for Central. 3 passing, so they had 1 yard of total offense. They had 96 in the first half, so Memorial still hadn't given up 100 yards in a game. They gave up 67 last week, 99 so far this week.
Straight handoff up the middle to Kmart. That's Cameron Martin. He gets up to the 24-yard line.
You know, I'm going to throw out a name that nobody probably watching this game it will mean anything to. There's a guy that used to coach in this stadium named Buckshot Underwood that would love a game like this.
Yes, indeed.
3-0 would be right down Buckshot's alley.
This time he fakes the handoff. A great rifle pass to McLean, who's tackled very quickly. Flag comes in from the side of the field on the far side, way over there where a couple of players were rooster fighting. Play is good for about a 3-yard gain, but we've got a flag coming in from the side, so we'll have to see what's going on with those players.
I think it's going to be on Central.
Personal foul, defensive face mask. That's a 15-yarder, and that's going to put the Titans in a lot better position.
And that was away from the ball, I think. I don't believe, well, we'll watch here. I just don't believe this was around the football.
No, it was on the other side where the two players were blocking each other. Wide receiver was trying to keep the cornerback from coming anywhere close to the play. First down and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Titans. Cameron Martin, look at the great moves he's making there in the middle, and he moves the pile into Jaguar territory, gets a first down at the 46.
Nice footwork from Cameron Martin. Watch him here. Watch his feet now. This is what great backs can do.
Make them miss.
Yeah.
First down and 10. The clock is running. 10:15 now left in the game. Two receivers to the left. Harrison hands off to Martin again. He's looking for a hole, and he bounces it outside, breaks one tackle, and hits the safeties at the 39-yard line.
So I think Martin, was that his first and second carries of the second half?
Maybe. They're just playing straight power football. Halfback's going up there, and Martin's looking for a zone, and when he sees it, hard man to get down. They marked him back at the 40-yard line, so it'll be second down and 4 yards to go. Make it third down. They just flipped the down box. 9:30 left in the game. Dauphine with the ball, stiff arms, gets close to the first down. It depends on where the mark is. Side judge has him at the 37. It all depends on where the ball is put. Nope, referee says that's it, first down. And for the Titans, that's the best news they've had in the entire second half.
Well, with the help of the face mask penalty, now the Titans are in plus field position. And as suffocating as their defense has been, you think maybe if they score a touchdown, 10 points would look like about 50 if you're trying to catch up.
Harrison hands off to Dauphine again, right up the middle. Free safety comes in and hits him at the 30-yard line, but that's 6 yards downfield. It'll be second and 4.
Starting to wonder if maybe this constant pounding from Memorial's offensive line and the running of the football is maybe wearing a little bit on Central at this point in the game.
3 of Memorial's offensive line returning all district. Hand off to Younger. Number 20 bounces it outside or tries to, and the pursuit catches up with Marcus Younger.
They forced him outside, forced him to go sideways, and that was a no-go. Andre Morris, number 88, one of the key people there, right there. He flashes up. So now you put Memorial in that long yardage situation that they just don't like to get into.
Third down and a long 7 to go. Harrison looks to the sideline. He's got Corey Dauphine in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the left-hand side, including number 9, McLean, who's lined up at the slot back to the left.
They're going to call a timeout.
And Harrison's going to have to call a timeout and bring his troops together. 7:56 left in the entire game, 3-0 here in the fourth quarter.
When was the last time you saw a 3-0 game? Can you remember one?
It was a deluge. You know, that's why I said, you know, it's raining so hard we can barely see. This is old-style football, and it's between two of the better teams here. They've always had good games. That's the whole thing about Beaumont Central and Port Arthur Memorial. Forget about the classifications. Forget about the numbers of students in each school. Each one of them puts 11 on the field, and Central gives Memorial all they can handle.
They do, and and really, be honest, Charlie, I didn't think that would happen tonight. Just looking at the Westbrook score last week, just 40-34, you're thinking, wow, and all the rushing yards they gave up and how well Memorial runs the football with 2 Division I backs in the same backfield. And, boy, you got to give Toby Foreman and Central a lot of credit. They've had a great plan. They've executed it well. And they're still very much in the game. They need to stop here. Still plenty of time.
I notice Andre Morris came over here to the trip side of the field. He's playing inside linebacker, head up on McLean. And now Kenny Harrison takes in his audible. 3rd down, 8 to go. Let's see what the Titans can do. Fakes the handoff. There's the pass over. Caught by number 6, Cameron Martin. He's got the 1st down. Tiptoes along the sideline and finally goes out of bounds at the 18.
Big play for Memorial. Just get it into Cameron Martin's hands and get him in space.
That time Dauphine took the quick fake in the backfield, but previously most of those passes have gone to Trevon McLean, but this one went to a guy a little bit more speed, Cameron Martin. 18-yard line of the Jags. Cameron Martin looking to the left-hand side, and you can see they're getting just a little bit tired on the Jag defense.
I think they are. I think they've been on the field a long time on a hot night. Their offense has not helped them out this half. They've been 3 and out. They've just spent most of this half the defense has on the field.
Like you say, that big offensive line of the Titans wearing down the defense. Defensive line is physically smaller. You can see them. Here at Memorial Stadium in Port Arthur, Texas, 3-0. Titans are driving 2nd down and 5 at the 13-yard line of the Jags. Martin again works to the left-hand side. He's going to go in for the touchdown.
Yep. They've worn him down. They have worn him down.
And that was just a, like you say, that was just a weariness on the part of the defense. They played so well, so long, but after a while, anybody would get worn down.
Look at the room here. Look at the room. And if there was a key block, it probably came from Corey Dauphine on the corner. And once Martin turned it upfield, it was over.
Raul Stupinen ready for the point after. Number 27 puts the ball up. Good strong leg. And it's good. It is 10-0. Port Arthur over Beaumont Central. 7:38 left in the game.
And Charlie, I think what this will force now, I don't think that Toby Foreman can be conservative anymore. He's going to have to open it up with Jaquette. Hope he can make some plays in the passing game. I just don't think he got time to grind it out. Now, let's see what Cameron Martin's up to now. He's thanks to that drive, he's probably got some pretty good numbers. 13 carries, 73 yards now for Cameron Martin. Okay, we're going to get another look at the touchdown from ground level.
So you're the defensive back here for Central, and here comes Kmart.
Right at you.
That's just sheer speed. That's one thing the Titan running backs have. Basically 4 good running backs coming out there. All of them have really good speed, and then suddenly Kmart's got that extra notch. Cameron Martin, number 6, the junior running back.
Well, you'd have to think if Central's going to make a game out of it, they're going to have to score on this possession. Their defense is worn down. They're worn to a frazzle. If they don't move the ball and keep that defense off the field for a while and come down and get at least 3 points, then Memorial probably going to get the ball back and pound another one in.
Stupinen's kick this time coming to the other side. It hits short and falls out of bounds. Great play there by the Xavier Jones not to touch it, unlike his compadre on the other side who caught it as he stepped out of bounds. So Central, who have had to punt all 4 possessions here in the second half, will have the ball at somewhat decent field. And honestly, I forget where they set it between the pros, the college, and the high school.
I think
putting it at the 35.
35 is
okay.
what I think.
And I trust your knowledge a lot better than mine, Bob. So it's first down and 10. And there, even the referees are talking about it.
Yeah.
He started to walk to the 30, and they pointed him to the 35. See, they need to have you in their ear. You could tell them exactly what to do.
I think that would really be a popular thing for them.
They'd appreciate that.
Right.
First down and 10, and let's see if the Jags can loosen it up a little bit.
7:38 standing between Memorial and its second win of the season, and I really do believe we're going to see Jacquette open it up now.
Empty backfield, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Jacquette looks, throws, caught over there by Dylan Amon, number 22. He gets the first down out to the 48-yard line.
And Jacquette was on the move, which makes it tough on the secondary. Do you come up to get him? Do you leave your man? What happens? Here he's coming. Looked like he might come out of it. One of the defensive backs comes up, gets him a completion. First down Central.
Jacorian Barnes was kind of spying the quarterback there, but the way the speed was all over. Now Jacquette looks. He's going to have to. He throws it. He gets it off to Quentin Derry, number 11, who gets positive yardage, 6 yards downfield.
What an amazing play. I thought we were going to see a fumble when the defender coming from the back side is bearing down, and it looks like this ball may come loose right there. Well, that's an amazing play there.
I thought it looked almost like a lateral, but it was just enough positive going forward there. Same formation to the left-hand side now. Second down 4. Jacquette evades the defensive lineman, gets around the cornerback, steps out of bounds. He's going to be close to the first down, just short.
And I guarantee you the Central fans over on the other side, Charlie, are saying, now where is it? Why haven't we been doing this all night? This is what we did last week when Jacquette made all the plays and was responsible for 5 touchdowns. He's got Memorial's defense on the move, and good things are happening for Central.
Michael Jacquette, senior quarterback, a little bit of hitch in his giddy up there as he was kind of hobbling back to the huddle. 3 receivers again to the wide side of the field. That's to our right, closer side. He moves up like he's calling an audible, takes a quick snap, and gets the first down. Quarterback sneak, Bob.
Don't see many of those in these newfangled offenses, do you?
If he can get past that initial line of scrimmage, though, there is a crease down the left-hand side because the linebackers are up too close. First and 10, 41-yard line.
So Memorial yet to give up a point this season. Will Central finally cross the Memorial goal line?
Jacquette looks downfield, overthrows, and he's had trouble hitting his targets. A wide open Chris Williams, number 84, running a little drag route there. There have been several open receivers that Jacquette has just been unable to get. And it's almost like when he eases up on the throw, it's off target. If he rifles it, it knocks people down. Second down and 10. Jacquette walks to the left of the field, gets information from his coaches, comes back in, and
Charlie, Jacquette 5 of 13 for only 37 yards after throwing for 277 last week.
Low snap, quarterback sneak. Jacquette
has a run all the way, and he's making something happen.
Got the first down to the 26-yard line.
It's a Michael Jacquette show all the way now for Central. Got your senior quarterback. He's a playmaker. Why not? Put it all on him.
If anything, that low snap helped him because it hit him from the lineman for just a few seconds. First down and 10, staying with that empty backfield. Jaguar offense. Jacquette looks downfield. There's that drag pass to number 84. He was wide open, caught from behind at the 15-yard line. That's going to be a first down.
And Jacorian Barnes on the stop, but Michael Jacquette has the Memorial defense on its heels now, no question.
Chris Williams, the recipient of that pass. Same play, same formation. The 3 receivers go to the wide side no matter what happens, 2 to the short side, and they let Jacquette pick his poison. Whatever he wants to do, run, pass. Quarterback draw, design play. He had a tackle coming with him.
Score too.
1 to beat,
He's
touchdown.
Score. And so quite an impressive drive by Michael Jacquette after being really kept under wraps tonight. And I think Toby Foreman is going to, he's going to be questioned, second guessing himself on his offensive approach tonight, because Jacquette clearly, Memorial had no answer for him, and that was a very quick drive. We'll get the yards and the plays here in a minute, but so with 5:21 left in the game, Memorial allows its first points of the season, and we've got ourselves a football game here. The Titans offense, and I tell you what, after that, you don't want to see Central get the ball back down 3.
Point after from Juan Perez is good. It is 10-7. We've had 2 touchdowns here in the last couple of minutes. 5:21 left in the game. Oh, this is what we expected. We expected it to be 10-7 with 5:21 left in the first quarter.
Yep. And I think I know why Toby Foreman was so conservative tonight, but the question I would want to ask him when this ball game is over was, Coach, you think you were a little too conservative? You think you waited a little too long before taking the governor off Michael Jacquette and letting him loose? Because this guy is obviously a special player, and it turned into a little bit of a sandlot game for him, which it must have been last week against Westbrook, and you just don't have the numbers out there to stop him.
And again, you can see why Utah was so interested in this young man.
Yeah, there had to be a reason. That's a Pac-10 school. They went 65 yards in 8 plays and only 2:17 of clock time. And that was after they had only gained like 97 yards the entire night. So they get almost all of that in one possession. With 5:21 left, I don't think we'll see an onside kick. I would expect them to kick it deep and try to stop Memorial and get the ball back. And now we're going to see if this touchdown re-energized what was clearly a very weary Central defense on the last possession. And I'm telling you, if you're a Memorial fan, you are really sweating Central getting the ball back right.
Well, they're anticipating the onside kick with 10 people within 10 yards of the 50. Only 1 player deep, and this is one of those where if you kick one of those pop up in the air about 20 yards downfield, it's amazing what could happen. No onside kick, and he kicks the squib.
Squibber, and
taken at the 15-yard line by Corey Dauphine. He's trying to get back to the far side, and he's going to go down at the 24-yard line. Dauphine trying to get back to the middle, going laterally instead of north-south.
Okay, he was hoping Memorial would have liked to see him break it out to a little better field position, but nice coverage there. Number 3 from Central, Sidney Holmes, forces him back, gets him down. So pressure really, really on Memorial's defense right now. Really on their offense. They need to at least get a couple of first downs, knock some of that 5:15 off the clock.
Referee's coming to the sideline talking to Kenny Harrison. I think they're trying to figure out exactly where the ball was downed. Or was there a penalty of some type? I don't.
Well, it must have been some kind of penalty because I don't know. I didn't think they were that far up.
Okay, we've got another judge coming in from the side. I believe because I thought it was back at the 23 myself. Okay, everything set. Like they say across the river, pot's right. Let's play the game. Harrison hands off to Cameron Martin, coming over on this side as he scored on the touchdown and makes good yardage. About 8 yards on first down.
Yep, Central will see a lot of that the rest of the way until they can get something stopped. Memorial's formula now: stay inbounds, get 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, keep that clock rolling, and keep Michael Jacquette over there on the sidelines.
9 yards on first down. It's 2nd down and 1 from the 37. Up the middle this time. He has the first down to the 40-yard line.
Key here for Memorial, 2 keys: no turnovers, no penalties.
That's what they're holding on to, and they're just going to take advantage of this as much as they can. The Jags have 2 timeouts left. Memorial nursing 1 timeout, just in case it gets down to that point. But that first down keeps that clock running.
I think you'll see Caden Harrison use up almost all of the 40-second clock every time before the ball is snapped. There's just no sense in snapping it with extra time on the clock.
Hand off to Dauphine, coming to the left. Forced back to the inside, but he gets positive yardage crossing the 45. 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4.
Big play on first down. That's for your Memorial. That's what you want. Dauphine, okay, looking for a spot, sees it, cuts back. Been there for a nice gain. Memorial will be able to take it down. Probably they can take it down inside 3 minutes if they play it out here before they snap the ball.
Dauphine had 15 touchdowns last year, 2 last week. And he's already Texas Tech. Is that I believe that's the school that's interested in him. And off to number 6, Cameron Martin. He gets the first down, crossing into Jaguar territory at the 45-yard line. And now those big tackles are just wearing them down. Vernon Samuels, Jeremiah Washington, Casey Williams.
If Memorial doesn't turn the ball over or get a long penalty, you got to think you got to like their chances of being able to run the clock out here. We're inside 3 minutes. Clock is rolling. Central going to have to start spending its timeouts, I would think, maybe after this next play. Memorial needs to let that clock run down. Don't snap the ball. There's no hurry.
Hand off to Dauphine, running to the right. Gets across the 40. 5-yard gain, 2nd down.
Do you see where the 40-second clock is here?
I've been looking around for it myself, and I do not see it.
Because it doesn't look like they're using enough of it.
Normally they're in the end. Well, I see them down there in the end zone, but I don't see the numbers running down.
I just wonder if it's working.
We have an injured player on the field. One of the Jaguars is down at the point of attack. That's number 22, Dylan Amond.
And Memorial may be questioning that. Is that a stop the clock deal, or what is it?
Well, gives both teams an opportunity to get some water on the field. And as we wind down this game, 10-7, Port Arthur Memorial over Beaumont Central. Next week, we will be at Clear Lake, or watching the Clear Lake game at Needland as we go into Bulldog Stadium. Needland Bulldogs, very famous in these parts. The last 3 years, undefeated in their district. Cameron Martin evades a tackler in the backfield, and he may go all the way. Fantastic run there by number 6, Cameron Martin, scoring from 39 yards out.
So Cameron Martin going to finish with well over 100 yards in this play. He's almost down in the backfield, right there. And after that, makes his way, gets through. 2nd touchdown of the 4th quarter for Cameron Martin. And Michael Jacquette, unless he has a 10-point touchdown over there, he can come out and score. I'm afraid he's not going to have enough time.
Stooping and attempting the point after. Strong leg hits the scoreboard. That is good. 17-7 now the score. And that that really, you know, took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting Cameron Martin to break through like that, and credit the offensive line, the downfield blocking, but also want to give credit to the Central Jaguar defense to hold one of the best running stables of backs in the state down for 3.5 quarters.
Yep, that's 18 for 134 for Cameron Martin. And I would assume Memorial as a team is over 200 yards rushing now.
Next week, these teams will continue preparation for their district openers. We will get to see Memorial on September 26th when Channelview comes for the opening of their 21-6A district play. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Our particular games are rebroadcast at 11:30 in the morning on Sundays on Channel 888.
And then again later in the week, we just don't know when they show them. That's Memorial now, 230 yards rushing, Charlie, 87 passing. So they're over 300 yards in total offense, 230 rushing. And that's the payoff when you just continue to pound with a big offensive line and strong, fast running backs. Eventually take it out of the other defense. That's what's happened. 17-7 Memorial with 2:05 to go.
And the two running backs, or receivers I should say, DeVaugh Whaley and Xavier Jones exchange places. Whaley's going to watch it roll out of bounds again, and that's really almost the third kickoff by the Titans that's gone out of bounds. And so that will put the Jags at the 35-yard line. But with just over 2 minutes left in the game, we're sitting at 2:05. It would be really difficult. Jags, though, building on their offensive momentum, scoring the first points of the season against Port Arthur Memorial. And I'm very impressed by what Michael Jaquette can do when they unleash him.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, Charlie, Memorial will try to go, well, I can't say.
Looks like they're going to make them re-kick is what the Jags are saying. Back them up 5 yards, and we'll just let them do this all night.
Yeah, they want an opportunity for a long kickoff return. Memorial will be back here next week playing Houston Lamar, which is always a quality program out of inner city Houston. And then after that, they're going to get one of maybe their toughest non-conference game of the year when they go to Rosenberg to play George Ranch, one of the new schools, or relatively new schools, that has an up-and-coming program.
Of course, that is a very difficult 21-6A for Port Arthur Memorial to play in. Galena Park North Shore has dominated that district for years.
Been very tough. Memorial, didn't we do the game here? Was it maybe 4 years ago?
The 6-3.
In a quagmire. I mean, I think that helped get this new field put in here at Memorial State. One guy lost his shoe in the muck, and I don't know if he ever found it.
6-3 Memorial upset North Shore that year in a driving rainstorm. None of that tonight. The flood has been the Titans here in the fourth quarter, and they do kick it away, giving it to Xavier Jones, who sees a crease, gets out to the 35-yard line. That's where the Jags will put it in play, 1st and 10. 1:59 left. Titans are very happy with what they've been doing on their special teams, preventing any of the long returns. But now it's back to the Michael Jaquette show, and you've got to admit, Cameron Martin and Corey Dauphine, they've been pounding around at the corners. When you talk about sheer excitement tonight, it has been Michael Jaquette in that last possession of Central.
Yeah, pretty impressive. And like I say, I think Toby Foreman's going to walk away from here tonight saying, well, you know, probably kept him under wraps a little bit too long.
3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, and nobody behind him. Number 7, Michael Jaquette. Looks downfield, he has pressure. Tucks it away, steps out of bounds, stops the clock at the 40-yard line, gain of 4.
Yeah, he has pressure, but those guys aren't going to catch him. Kind of the dog chasing the car there. They're just not going to catch him. They're going to have to get him, they're going to have to blindside him to get him down.
Quentin Derry goes to the sideline to get the play, saving on Jackett's legs. Derry brings it in, then goes back over to his wide receiver position. Again, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Jackett lets him get set. Low snap. Quarterback draw. No, he goes on ahead and throws it. Caught for a first down in Titan territory at the 48. Brought down there by Carnell Seals, number 5, the senior wide receiver.
Picks up the snap, splits the pressure, comes up, locates his receiver, and gets it there on time. Looks like one of Central's receivers really hurt him, maybe cramping.
Jackett looks downfield, throws the ball to number 11, and that is Quentin Derry. He's got a lot of room on the far side. Gets the first down at the 23. He hasn't been doing much running yet.
Yeah. I'm telling you that you just wonder what happens if they play like this all night. Maybe Memorial doesn't get as many snaps. You know, maybe the defense doesn't get so tired.
Derry showing a great burst of speed there. Finally tackled there by number 18, DeMonte Thomas.
Here comes Jackett, and that time he didn't quite break the plane. Drugged down by Brandon Lumpkin, and clock rolling. Central got to hurry.
Got down to the 20, and I think Coach Foreman called the timeout. Yeah, that he did. Foreman realized, you know, we're inside a minute. I've got to score 2 times. But you've got, again, I'm very impressed by what Michael Jackett can do. And the Jag defense for 3.5 quarters did everything Toby Foreman wanted them to do.
I tell you, they're going to be a load for the folks in 5A, Charlie. They are going to be a real challenge, and I can see why they would be the favorite in the 5A district. Right now, I'd have to say Central and Port Neches Groves will be the team to beat in that district. Because they've certainly hung with a very good 6A team here tonight in Memorial. Their defense clearly wore down in the 4th quarter. Cameron Martin just pounded away, had 2 big touchdowns in the 4th quarter. But Michael Jackett has kept them at least within shouting distance, and he may get them in the end zone again here before time runs out. Only 54 seconds left.
Michael Jackett, is already signed by Utah, number 7, the quarterback for Beaumont Central. One-man band, throws up deep. He's looking into the end zone, and we got flagged. That may be offensive interference.
That's what it should be.
Maybe offensive interference back over there as Jackett is trying to.
Well, the receiver is saying defensive holding, and we'll see.
Wait and see what the referees say. They always have the last word here as clock is winding down inside a minute, down to 47 seconds. And is it offense or defense? The referees have the word.
Jackett just throwing it up there, hoping. Well,
defense.
Defensive
pass interference. That is a big call.
Yep.
That's going to move the ball down to the 12. Yes, indeed, the 12-yard line. Watch it here on the replay. Up in the air. There you go. He pushes him back. He had one hand on that offensive guy.
Yes, he did.
So, first down, 10 to go from the 12-yard line. Jackett. Same play in that back corner. He jumps in the air, tips it away. Incomplete pass.
The defender made the play. I mean, the receiver made the play there. Delvin Bennett tips the ball away. They're trying to use this just kind of another jump ball deal here. Jackett throws it up. Well played by DeMonte Thomas. He had a better chance to get it than the receiver did.
This is one of those cases where a back shoulder pass would be perfect because they're not letting you get past them here in the secondary. Kenny Harrison screaming and hollering on the sideline. Jackett, he's got his legs going to his right, and there's a lot of room over there. 2 guys to beat. He gets down to the 3-yard line. Clock is running. We're at 30 seconds left in the game.
Central have one more timeout left.
They do have one.
So they're just going to run out of time. Michael Jackett, I mean, we have seen some really special play from him here in the 4th quarter, but again, they waited too long to turn him loose. They played conservative, wanting to, to eat clock, help their defense, and now they really have Memorial's defense on the run.
Last year, Central lost only 2 games in their district, but both games were very close. I mean, you get one touchdown going the other way, and Beaumont Central could have won the district.
And that's Memorial's coach, Kenny Harrison. You see there in the middle of the screen. Kenny really not happy with, I think, how the last 2 possessions have, his defense has just been overrun here by Michael Jackett late. But, hey, he's a great player. He accounted for 5 touchdowns last week against Westbrook. Utah thought enough of him to offer him a scholarship when he was at the end of his junior year. So he's just a hard guy to defend, and I think Memorial was really fortunate that Central's game plan was what it was.
So 15 seconds, and I believe, that's the timeout call there. Now Port Arthur Memorial is going to call their last timeout. They wanted to, I guess everybody wants to make sure they get their timeouts counting. Memorial wanting to hold on to this 10-point lead. They don't want Memorial to, or rather their team to give up anymore. Next week, we will be at Nederland, Texas for Clear Lake Falcons coming in to play the Nederland Bulldogs. Been a great start, 2 great games so far.
We've had 2 good ones. No reason to think we won't have another good one out there at Nederland next week. That Nederland team, what is it? They've won 24 consecutive district games.
Yes.
They've had a little bit of a rough start this year, but come district time, Nederland will be a factor. They're not the team to beat this year, though. The team we're looking at tonight, this team in Port Neches Groves, the team we saw last week, are going to be the two teams, I think, to beat in the 5A district in 22-5A. And those defenses are going to have their hands full with Michael Jackett.
Jackett has a running back with him. He rolls out to the left-hand side. He's going to toss it up in the air. Intercepted. No, touchdown. Oh, he caught it.
Yeah.
I thought it was intercepted in the end zone, but it was caught.
Quentin Derry, and I'm like you, it looked like it was going to be intercepted. And all of a sudden, here comes Quentin Derry to pluck it out of the air, pluck it almost out of the defender's hands. I think the defender thought he was going to have an interception. Right here, look at this. He's reaching for the ball, and all of a sudden, that's a great shot, guys. That is a really good shot. And the only thing that stopped Quentin Derry was a trek.
Now lining up for the point after. Perez ready to make it a 3-point game. High kick. It's good.
So it's like we've seen 2 different games, Charlie. For 3 quarters, the score is 3-0. In the 4th quarter, it's 14-14. We've seen 28 points. We've seen 4 touchdowns crammed into about 7 minutes here. And
both teams are out of timeouts. Yeah. So I mean, we got whatever your best onside kick is, and they've already kind of tried one earlier. It'll be interesting to see what the hands team sets up and what the kickoff team sets up, because you can't call a timeout. You have a certain amount of time here, about a minute, to get out there and get it done, and we're early in the season. 2nd game. What's in your bag of tricks this early?
Well, you hope you get the right bounce on an onside kick. Even if they do, there's going to be like 16, 17 seconds left, but that is enough time to throw the ball into the end zone a couple times, and you've seen enough football, we've all seen enough football to know Hail Mary plays do happen and are executed. So A game that Memorial really looked like when it became 17-7. It looked like it was over, but that did not account for Michael Jaquette taking his team zooming down the field again.
You saw the special team coordinator for the Beaumont Central Jaguars going over something on a well-used card. Corey Dauphine, the only Titan back. 10 players within 10 yards.
Yeah, well, there's no question this is going to be onside. I mean, Central has one slim chance.
So this is down to it. 20 seconds left in the game. 17-14. Port Arthur nursing a 3-point lead. No timeouts available to either team.
Really curious to hear what Toby Foreman would have to say about it. He was the only person in the stadium that could really stop Michael Jaquette, and he shut him down for 3 quarters. But boy, when they took the wraps off, it was showtime.
Juan Perez does the onside kick. It goes straight to Brandon Lumpkin. Number 10 falls on it. Titans have it at the 49-yard line, and that should be it.
That'll do it. Charlie, I enjoyed it. We had us another good one. Look forward to being with you again next week. Congratulations to the Memorial Titans on a well-earned 17-14 victory.
So 1 play left to go. All Memorial has to do is to down the ball. The sophomore quarterback, Caden Harrison, didn't have much of an offensive game through the airways, but the rushing game of the Titans came through to save them tonight. Great game between Port Arthur and Beaumont Central, as we always see, and that's going to be the ball game. The final score, 17-14. Port Arthur Memorial over Beaumont Central. Tune in next Sunday for more high school football action on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel as Clear Lake takes on Needleland. We'll be watching that at 11:30 next Sunday. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. That's TWC Sports TX. You can also check us out online at twcsportschannel.com or at panews.com, where this game will be replayed. 17-14, the final score. Port Arthur Memorial over Beaumont Central. A fine game played by both teams. And Beaumont Central has nothing to worry about. They put up a good shot against a 6A game. That's it for tonight's broadcast. For Bob West and the entire Time Warner Cable Sports Channel crew, I'm Charlie Jelly. So long from Port Arthur, Texas.
You know, diversification is important and means more than owning different stocks. Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, President of Universal Coin and Bullion. I've been helping clients nationwide for 15 years diversify with gold. And I want to send you a free copy of our award-winning gold guide to help you choose the best gold options for you.
Get the answers you need about gold. Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE. That's 866-822-4843.
Hey, I heard y'all were making flipping loans?
That's right. 5 Points Awesome Loans have everybody flipping out.
I'm ready for my loan now. Watch this.
Wow. I haven't even told you we'll pay off 1% of your loan balance.
Get a new loan or flip an existing loan to 5 Point, and we'll pay off 1% of your new loan balance. 5 Point Credit Union. Money for loans right here at home.
Woohoo! I'm so flippin' happy. Watch this.
No, not necessary. Yeah.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur, or another university? Let's see. Lamar Port Arthur courses transfer anywhere in Texas or the country for that matter. Coursework is the same as anywhere else, and great savings each semester. And it's close to my home and my job. So why am I still thinking about this? I choose Lamar State College, Port Arthur.
Lamar State College, Port Arthur. Change your future. Start here today.
Heart attacks affect men and women equally, and when they strike, denial can be a killer. If you're experiencing pressure, tightness, or an aching sensation in your chest or arms, then you may be having a heart attack. If so, time is of the essence. Do not attempt to drive yourself to the hospital. Call 911 for a professional EMS. They'll get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your accredited chest pain center.
I discovered Lamar University.
Close to home.
A place of my own.
With all the amenities.
Opportunities.
Engineering.
World-class science.
Professors who know my name.
That's what you get with a doctoral research university.
Hands-on research.
Or study abroad.
And it starts right here. Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
Have you been thinking about diversifying with gold but don't know how? Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, President of Universal Coin and Bullion. As an award-winning nationwide dealer, we help clients get the answers they need to discover the beauty, security, and strength of gold in their portfolio.
Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. That's 866-822-4843.
Cars are as unique as the people who purchase them. And when picking one, every detail counts, right down to the stitching on the seats. So why should picking a car loan be any different? Whether it's a low rate or a low payment you're looking for, at Do Good we customize loans to fit your needs. And we'll make sure your lending experience is everything you want it to be. Easy, convenient, and hassle-free. At Do Good, you'll love your car loan as much as you love your car.
I'm registered for college.
Me too, and for the same classes, and I'm saving $2,000 a semester at Lamar Port Arthur. Then I graduate and transfer if I want.
Really? You can do that?
You bet. What are you paying for your education?
Quality instruction, great savings, and courses transfer. It's the Texas Common Course Law. Don't wait any longer to begin your education while saving.
I chose Lamar State College Port Arthur.
When you think you may be having a stroke, remember to act fast. If you experience facial droop, if your arms are weak and your speech is off, then time is of the essence. A lack of blood flow to the brain can cause loss of functions that may never be recovered. Don't let it get that far. Call 911 immediately. A professional EMS will get you stabilized and make sure the hospital is waiting when you arrive. This tip is brought to you by the Medical Center of Southeast Texas, your certified primary stroke center.
I discovered Lamar University.
I looked at all types of schools.
Big ones, small ones,
Ivy League and private.
Then I found Lamar.
Bistro-style dining.
Private bedrooms.
Close to home.
15 NCAA Division I sports.
World-class professors.
Who actually know my name.
Undergraduate, master's,
and doctoral degrees.
Lamar University. Visit us online at beacardinal.com.
Great hunt today, Dad.
Thanks, son.
For more than 15 years, I've helped clients nationwide make solid decisions about investing in gold so they can enjoy what's most important.
Discover the best options for you and your family by calling 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. 866-UCB-GUIDE, 866-822-4843.
Now is the time to learn about gold, so you have time to enjoy what's most important.